Hey, did you see that news story that Frank Gore just signed with the Jets?
Yeah, I saw that. Old man Gore at it again. Who'd
EJ sign with?
Could you call to... I'm trying to say
Why'd you go DD Mega Doo-Doo? It's the Friday Free Show of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, and it is brought to you by
Precision Door of Central Florida. Also, they're hiring right now.
Yes, sir.
If you are looking for a job.
Saw them this morning. They're in my neighborhood. They were actually at my home last week. I had some Wi-Fi conductivity problems. They zipped over, fixed it perfectly, made sure my door got the... they did a full inspection on my door. Now, I didn't call about the door. I called about the Wi-Fi. But, you know, their attention to detail is amazing. So they checked my door, got me back up and running, and they're still on the road providing service. So if you guys need something, or if you need that new door or new garage door opener, you can always get a hold of Precision Garage Door.
Yeah, 100%. Nowadays, if you're in your house a lot more, man, you wouldn't believe what a difference it makes having a super silent garage door that runs smoothly, that runs off Wi-Fi, even like leaving your house and then be like, did I leave the garage door open? I don't know about you.
It happens to Andrea in bed every night. She's like, did I put it down?
I stopped using my front door. I go in and out through my garage all the time.
Easier.
So when I leave the house, I often think, like, did I leave the door open? And then I can just check on my app. It's so much more convenient.
Yeah, I mean, they're still not charging any of the service fees. They'll run emergency service out there to you if you need that. But like I said, I had a problem where mine was broken. I couldn't even get in my door. Yeah. They came out. The lady fixed it, the tech. She fixed it perfectly, and I was back up and running in less than an hour.
Yeah. Tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener at BDM. You can get percentage off your brand new door if you need a new door.
And you also have a number that only you can call, right?
Yeah.
407-710-BDMS. That's 407-710-2367.
Yeah, when you call that number, they'll know that it's coming from us, so it's how we get credit. But if you have a garage door problem, you need a new door, you want that silent package like me, Daniel got, our buddy Tony Rage has,
awesome.
Seth Petrozelli has.
Awesome.
I know Samantha's looking into it. It's Precision Door of Central Florida, 407-710-BDMS.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee!
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 573.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Butler, sales guy extraordinaire. What's up?
Hello.
Butler. And who's this guy?
He is
Who's this guy?
local
All right.
butt eater.
Local, though.
Local butt eater.
Some would say the local butt-eating champion
Of the world.
of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, he eats more butts than anyone. Coming in at a weight of 210, hailing from Orlando, Florida. It is Seth Petrozelli. Betcha Zelly.
I might have to pass that torch. Oh, sorry. I might have to pass that torch.
All I can think of
is
how Tom's 210 looks a lot different than Seth's 210.
Stop it. Tom, Butler, we're talking.
You're 210 right now? No, really?
Yeah. No, he used to be.
I was.
I think he was a little more than 210, but
this little guy weighs 5 pounds less than me.
Wow.
Yeah. You can't see it.
You have a flat.
He's skin and bones now.
You have a baggy shirt on, so I can't.
That's
really
true.
tell.
I thought it was your whole skin is a big baggy piece of shit.
Oh, it's flabby. It's like loose. It's like
he's
loose,
like
skinny
SpongeBob, where it's just like torso and then sticks.
Yeah,
his ass like, completely inside his body.
Right, okay, hold on a second. What
We're
is
starting out hot on Tom.
I mean, really? I mean, the guy hasn't said one.
He's done
fucking,
nothing to me.
He says that one fucking word. Everybody's going in on it.
I'm getting it before it happens to me.
Everybody except for me, and I want you to remember that. I want you to remember who your buddy is that didn't go in on.
That's fine. I take it as as love.
It is love.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody, and we're absolutely happy to be with you. And let's get our business out of the way. And then we decided today, Tom and I talked earlier, we're going to jump into some mail on mail early, get the juices flowing, kind of look at it like a warm up. Yeah. And we got some stuff to discuss with Seth because he's got a lot going on. Even after I got your text this morning, a lot more than I even thought. So I appreciate you even taking the time to come in today because you're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So first thing, Eric texted me this morning. We're putting a lot of our merch stuff on clearance to, make way.
You need to tell me
for next week. We're doing
normally what people
blowout.
do. That's normally what people do when they want to kill themselves.
Liquidation.
Giving away on my stuff, man.
Next week on Friday, we should announce our Father's Day merch and Father's Day package that we have for sale.
We're giving you all fathers.
So,
yay.
That'll be out.
Hopefully it's better this time around.
Next Friday. But right now, he told me
sad.
Hoodies are $20, and there's a lot of
who decided that?
Stuff.
I feel like we should have talked about that.
We paid $20 for this fucking hoodie.
I think we paid $25.
We're basically losing money, but we need to get rid of it.
God damn it.
It's the time to do it in the summer. No one wants to have
That's true.
Yeah, I know, but I
did wear one last night for the rain.
Yeah, but $20. All right.
I have to wear a hoodie inside my house because it's so goddamn cold now.
Turn it up.
American
Heritage family-friendly service.
It seems like I keep it's still cold, no matter where I
can't even
put it.
Touch my wife's pussy lips; they're freezing.
So
I'm like, whoa, my god! It's like kissing. Who is the guy? Jack Frost. Who played that? Martin Short. It's like kissing Martin Short as Jack Frost.
Got to put glove warmer
in the Santa Claus 3.
Was that? No.
That was the Santa Claus.
I was thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. That's what I was thinking.
That was a stupid movie.
Chill out.
Well, yeah, of course it was stupid. That's how I picture a pussy.
Why don't you cool up?
So, Seth, right when you walked in, where you texted us earlier that you were holding pads for Felicia because ESPN was at the
brave of you.
jungle.
I never hold my wife's pads. Yuck. You hold that yourself.
They were obviously filming her because of her upcoming fight next Saturday, where she is the main event, which really is awesome to see that she's how far she's gotten since 10 years ago.
Since fighting you.
Yeah. And
stadium.
You come a long way.
And of course, fighting Amanda Nunes. And I've been reading a lot about the fight. And what's interesting to me is it seems like this particular fight should be gigantically popular right now because there's nothing else going on. I know they did this before and it was huge, but I think because everybody was having no crowd didn't affect it. Some people actually liked it better.
I do.
I did too.
So I think from all that press, I think this one is going to get even more eyeballs on it because people heard how good the last one is. I think some people are apprehensive about watching the last one or paying for it because they're like, without a crowd, how good? And then the reviews were good.
Are they eking out a little bit of a crowd because, and not that in any way they're the same other than they're televised and wildly popular, but WWE's been scattering in safe distanced audiences for their tapings.
Yeah.
And almost is worse than if they just left it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
I know
watched
UFC's
it.
not doing that.
Yeah,
I kind of like watching even wrestling because I jumped in there. I just want to see what it's about, and I watched it, and I was like, "That's good." You know, it looks good.
I heard a lot of the wrestlers complain, and the
well,
wrestling
they thrive
fans.
off of the crowd
because you don't get that pop that you expect from the crowd.
Yeah, I mean that's where the term "the pop" came from.
Exactly.
You know, it's like
And because in wrestling entertainment, professional wrestling, they need the crowd to because they're performing.
What are you selling? You're selling emotion.
You're playing you're doing a show, a play that you need the crowd.
So it is completely different, but I will say that I'm more eager to catch this because it didn't detract as much as I thought. So I'm excited to see. I'm really stoked for this fight.
So I found
Just wish I could have a party.
pretty interesting that you guys are friends and family.
Nah, I know. I want to have a party with the people I don't know.
So
party.
what's the plan as far as you're on the inside, you're traveling with Felicia obviously, and you're going to be in her corner, we're all going to see you, and it's interesting because with no crowd you kind of are one of the stars of the show because I feel like they're like going to give the cornermen a little more.
You wear a Tom and Dan shirt?
They intentionally keep the camera off me a lot of times.
Yeah, because you're wearing a crop top and you got like a wig on
already?
with Britney Spears pigtails.
Because I wear my crop top when I hold pads for her all the time, and for every single time. And I don't think Dana likes me. We're friends. We talk.
Can we add jean shorts? Tiny jean
Yes.
Like they just cut them.
No,
into
tinier.
I have tiny ones. I have like real tiny.
Okay,
ones.
wear those with your shirt.
I don't know if they're Reebok approved, but I could. I could
buy some. I'll buy some Reebok.
No,
jeans.
we have. They give us when we go to the stadium.
You have to wear what
they literally have outfits picked out for each of us that we just we grab.
That's interesting.
Like
I mean, this is a gigantic
full
billion-dollar business, so it's like
when we go to the hotel, there's a UFC duffel bag full of our clothes that they already have our sizes, so shoes, socks, shirts, hats, everything. And then when we go to the arena, there's an additional wardrobe that we change into when we go there.
You get to keep all that?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
That's pretty
I have
cool.
some extra, too. I was thinking about hawking some of it.
I would put it on eBay.
Yeah.
So what have they told you the rules are when you because they announced it on Wednesday that a fight's going to be in Vegas. I know last week you were like, I don't know,
because we find out when everyone else finds out, honestly. Like, it really is that, like, short of notice. Like, it's just like, oh, boom, we know, and then the crowd, the public knows, like, 10 minutes later.
Yeah. So you're going to fly out there from Orlando.
Yeah, we all fly together on... Felicia flies with one corner on Tuesday. Me and Mike fly on Thursday. Everyone has to be there by Thursday. They announced all the corners. Everyone has to be there no later by... It's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday because that's the day we're getting all tested as soon as we land.
Okay. And then so the plan is they test you, and now they have like instant
I guess,
COVID
and then they
tests,
told us it's not the nose one, it's a mouth one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they do mouth swabs.
Yeah, but I heard that's not as accurate, is it?
Who knows? I don't even know what.
Nobody knows nothing.
I mean, I'm just banking on you getting sick.
So
oh no, you should see the mask that I have. The mask that I bought when I was rehabbing my house, it's got 2 big ass things on the side that I like latch into place. It looks like Darth
it's
Vader.
radioactive.
Oh yeah. I'm bringing that on the plane. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, are you allowed to? Like,
I don't care what they say. Like, I'm bringing a big thing of hand sanitizer, and I think they laxed the rules to go on planes for hand sanitizer. I read.
Oh yeah.
So I'm bringing a gallon pump
are
jug.
you worried at all about them bomb just blowing you a liquid explosive?
I'd rather go like that than like the slow death. I think. I don't know.
you're the healthiest person I know.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, I'm still itching.
So
You'll be fine. You look a little green.
Yeah, it's the shoes. And the shirt.
you land, they test you, and then they tell you to like stay in your hotel, or they.
That I don't know. I mean, I think that's what they did for the last group. They weren't allowed to do anything. So I'm assuming they're going to be like. I mean, I don't know if they could enforce it, but they're going to be like, guys, you're really not supposed to be going anywhere or doing anything. I guess, but I don't know. Are they going to keep us from doing that? I don't know.
Well, I don't think there's nothing to do.
I'll try to find out.
Everything's sort of shut down, right?
Yeah, I heard the casinos were doing like
COVID-tested prostitutes.
Every other seat and blackjack tables, no poker. Like they have playing like, every other slot machine is open. You know what I'm saying? Like some sort of limited opening, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I should tell Tom. Tom lives in Vegas, so he knows what's going on. I should just ask him. I haven't yet.
So, do you have any idea? I mean, with this pay-per-view fight, and it being a gigantic deal with, I'm sure, what do you think worldwide, how many people watch this? Millions, right? How many people are involved in because there's still the commentators, the camera guys.
Yeah, but I think how it's going to work,
refs.
I'm assuming it's going to work just like the season where we're in a locker room separate from everybody. Like everyone's going to have their own locker room or their own little area.
And then they just
usher us out. Yeah, as they walk. Yeah.
And so
there's production and stuff. Obviously, there's camera crew, the ref, judges.
A lot of the cameras too. I mean, we've seen this when we've done morning TV. I mean, they can remote a lot of that, so they can control who's out there.
There was 3 camera guys today in our gym. They all had freaking gloves, masks on, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like for larger productions though, they can just wire it in and just control it remotely.
With this whole thing, like, how many different fights are on this card? And she's fighting at the end, right?
Yeah, she's the main event. She's the last one.
That's
So
huge.
normally when you're in the main event, normally when you're in the main card, the way they do it is normally is everyone, they have a big meeting. They name all the first 6 fighters on the undercard. You guys have to meet in the lobby at so and so time, say 11 a.m.
Yeah.
The next 5 fighters on the card, you guys are the main card, but the first 5 fights, you guys meet at 1 p.m. They take you to the event, and then the main event usually like two or 3 before usually go at the very latest to the event. So everyone goes at different times.
I'm curious, like when you guys are planning for this. So does Felicia have do you guys plan for their plan of attack? Like, so for instance, if you're like, all right, Amanda Nunes normally does this, so
we're going to do this.
We're going to do this.
That, and we know what her weak points are, which we're going to try, which we've been training to expose and to try to work on the entire time as well. So not only do we know what she's going to kind of do as far as like striking and stuff and how to get around that, but we know what she's weak at, so we're going to try to work those points when we're in that certain position.
So let me ask you, Seth. So I've been really looking to because I'm excited about the gambling aspects of this fight, and I'm gonna gamble some money next Saturday. And I've been looking at the lines, and then we'll see if there's value anywhere. So I saw, and I don't know of how many books I have this number or this price, but I'm really interested in 3 different bets. First, it's Felicia just to win is plus 400, and so if you bet on Nunes, she's minus 600. So if you put that in probability odds, the Vegas is saying, or some books are saying that Nunes has an 85% chance of winning. Felicia has a 20% chance. That seems way off.
Yeah, I was going to say
it does too. Like, I don't know why. I thought with her last fight she'd like prove to people that she's better than what.
But here's my question to you as a guy that doesn't do as much. Like you love the gambling world. So let me ask you a very simple question.
Yes.
How much would you say traditionally, and Seth will probably know a little bit about this too, would you say, being the champ, how much does, like, percentage-wise, does that lay points on you? Meaning, if it's plus 400... how much of that is just she's the champ? Because there is some of that, right?
I see what you're saying.
Like when you come in, like let's say I'm the champion of the studio and Butler's the challenger. Coming in, I automatically get X amount of points on top.
Because the odds, the better, whoever makes the odds, know that you have to beat the champ. Like you have to beat the champ. Like it's not like you can just barely win. You have to like overwhelmingly beat the champion to win a decision.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
how much is that a percentage-wise? Do you think that factors into the plus 400?
Absolutely. Also, like these books, they put up numbers hoping to get bets on both sides.
Has it changed at all?
I don't know. I didn't look at what the line started with, but a lot of times they put out a number. They do it like a soft opening, at least in football. I don't know how they do in UFC, but they put the number out, and then they let the bettors, they'll keep limits low at first so they don't get screwed. The books, they'll keep the limits low, and they'll literally let the hive mentality or the hive intelligence of bettors get the number to where it's supposed to be. So they'll let all the thousands of people betting on this actual event, and then they'll change it. So if they have an overwhelming, if people are betting on Amanda like crazy, they'll start changing the odds until this starts equaling out. And that's really how they do it. They put out like a number,
and they kind of see where it rolls.
And then they see, and then once it kind of plays itself out after a couple days, then they'll start increasing the limits and let people, but they'll let it play it out because they don't want to get crushed if they fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Are they like weird bets, like I think you told me before, like as far as like lasting you can bet on it lasting 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Now
it gets hyper detailed.
A lot of books won't.
I want to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, a lot of books won't release.
So I can make it go that far or something.
Oh my god! Don't even say things like that. Yeah, he's totally.
I mean, they got Spencer.
Christ, make my heart stop. I get phone calls over the weekend.
Spencer by TKO.
I won't pick them up. And I ain't deleting shit.
1,700 plus 1,700 if Felicia knocks out Nunes. Submission.
What? That's insane to me because Felicia's like amazing with her hand. Like, that's insane to me.
I mean, she can throw. She can throw.
I mean, she hasn't done it in the past in her fights, but like she has the power to do it.
Well, you know why? It's because that I think got inflated because Nunes knocking out Cyborg.
Correct.
So that plays into it.
That's what the chat room said. Twitch.tv/TomAndDan if you ever want to watch this live. That's kind of what the chat room's saying is that like is the like this is the plus 400 what's the plus 17? What was it like plus?
If you can bet on Felicia knocking out Amanda by KO or TKO plus 1,700.
Yeah, they're saying that a lot of that
$20
is because
wins you $340.
when you best Cyborg in like less than 30,
yeah.
You know, then does that kind of
plays into it, of course.
It definitely plays into it, which I think is kind of silly because you're talking about completely different human beings.
Yeah. Also, a lucky punch is Seth to tell you, like anybody can get knocked out, right?
What do you mean I could tell you?
I'm just saying.
I got 12 lucky punches and knockouts.
Sometimes
I'll make it 13 if you want.
You punch a guy with.
Okay, this is the closest that's ever come to my dream. I'm getting hard right now, guys. Don't get me hard this early in the show.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Anybody can get knocked out. Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to get this out there now for any people listening or watching. I'm gonna have my Instagram the entire time when we land or
that'll be fun.
So if you guys want to follow me at Silverback Seth on Instagram, I'll be live streaming like the tests. Like if they let me, I'm pretty sure they'll let me. Like us all getting swabbed and everything.
I don't see why they wouldn't. It's Brazil. I'm surprised they're testing. It's Vegas. Yeah,
it's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Yeah. So yeah, just follow me and then you guys can all watch that if you guys are interested.
Yeah. You know what it's interesting with like Daniel's talking about like bringing in a little bit of crowd. Like they usually
I
have
just saw it and it was a little weird.
They have nobody in the stands, but I feel like someone like a PA or someone that is involved. Like they got assistants. Like camera guys have assistants to go get them cords and shit. Like why can't that guy just sit in the middle of the But they don't want one lonely guy to sit there. So it's better.
I'm telling you, it looks weird. Plus the other thing that they put up, and I'll be interested to see if UFC does this move as well, but like there were things cornered off that shouldn't have been, because they did have, and again I understand it's wrestling versus UFC, completely different animals, but they had, just because of the crowd, camera people and stuff like that, they had like plexiglass up, so the octagon or the ring was completely contained.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any way for anybody. Yeah, it was weird. So when they had the people in there, it was like they were a crowd, but they could never. You couldn't spit, slap,
so kind of like the hockey arena. Like there's a.
It was just like hockey, exactly like hockey. And I wonder if we're going to see a lot more of like your fighters being distanced from those of us that are in the crowd through pieces of like hockey glass.
I don't want to be around all those fans anyway.
Seth,
there it
dirty,
is. Yeah, play that heel. Yeah,
no, I'm serious.
Pile it on.
Do you guys ever feel
disgusting fat pieces of shit
in all your
watching
history,
sports instead of doing it? You lazy bastards.
There you go.
In all your history of working with the UFC, have you ever
weird angle?
Have you ever felt that they would prefer one person winning over another, like just based on their business and like building a fighter up or whatever? Like,
without me getting in trouble, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
How now? You just get little like hints from the way they act,
from when they act, the way they would
comment.
Not the way they comment, but just like the way they
because the commentators,
the way they book stuff. Oh, another. I'm talking about UFC, the organization.
Right.
Yes, they play. Yes,
yeah. I mean, they've always had,
and they know that they would make money off a certain person more than another, so they work things out where if that person wants something extra or needs something or a date to be switched to a later fight, they'll do that.
I mean, you could make an argument for that in every sport, couldn't you?
Of course,
probably, yeah.
I bet your superstars, your LeBrons and your Bradys.
And I get it. Some athletes make more money for you, which I totally understand the business aspect of it. I mean, I get it, but If Felicia would have asked for the fight to be postponed for a month because she wanted better training, she probably wouldn't be fighting right now.
Right.
They'd probably find somebody else.
Right. And she's new, so I mean, it makes sense.
Now, do you think in their mind they would UFC? Now, I'm not sure. I have no idea their business and how it works. But would they rather see Nunes win this fight than Felicia?
No, that I wouldn't say, because I think it would be amazing if Felicia pulled up like an upset like this, which she will, and I think that'll make them.
The
story would be great.
I think they're both pretty, and I mean this in a business sense.
They both are
obviously
pretty. They both are pretty cute.
Yeah, well, I obviously want Felicia to win. That's my fighter, and that's who my allegiance is behind. But a rivalry between the two of them that goes for some time would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like either of them is not. I don't look at either of them and be like, I don't know. Like, I mean, they're both pretty marketable. I mean, I obviously like Felicia's story better, but
I don't see Felicia getting knocked out. I don't. She hasn't ever in her career, and
I mean, it's not like I'm not punching her during training either.
I'm
hitting her. I'm taking advantage of it.
Is that weird to you? I mean,
no, it's not weird.
And she's hit you though, right? Like,
yeah. She actually
has there ever been a time where Felicia
actually caught me?
It got you, and then you're like, "Whoa, come on, man!" Like,
no. She apologized. Actually, she apologized. This was 3 weeks. No, it was before lockdown, so it must have been 4 weeks. So when she was training for the original a month ago fight that we were supposed to have,
it was a while ago.
We were sparring, and she knows like when we go, like we have a very good rhythm where we can throw hard and fast, but not kill each other. We can just touch and like know that we're gonna we can knock each other out. So normally, I'm not like saying I'm great or anything like that, but normally I don't get touched ever by anybody in the when we're training and stuff like that. I'm pretty good about avoiding every single punch. But she has this amazing kick that she does like really like literally face to face, and she can get her left leg and do like a high Mawashigiri, I call it, kick, and she tagged like. We're in. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to punch him. And all of a sudden, it went like across the head. I got that little kind of dizzy feeling that I don't like to have anymore. Like that I fucking freaked out.
That's why I asked the question.
And I started like, I started raising. And she goes, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, Fee, it was great. Like you're supposed to do that. It's great. And I just tried to like breathe it off and not like I can't. I don't want to.
Stop brain damage. Stop brain damage.
And then as immediately,
nice challenge.
And immediately after that, I took my gloves off.
You really tested him today, man.
Wait, I didn't get what
he's saying he got an stupid thing. Oh, it was great. I got tears about it.
But anyway, immediately I took my gloves off and I was like, I'm not never sparring again. I sat down and I was like, I got like the press. I get all the press. That's what happens whenever I get hit once, and I'm like, fuck, I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to get hit, and then I just like, I'm just gonna do fitness for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna spar anymore.
I'm gonna make a gambling note. Felicia's trainer gets lightly hit, stops training.
She has lots of other guys that are more her weight.
Just because I don't want to keep him on hold for very long, the listener that left a voicemail that you forwarded to me, Robert, that went to get the COVID-19 test, he's on line 2.
Oh, yeah. Can we jump to that?
Yeah,
is that cool? All right.
What is
Robert, what's going on, man?
Hey, dude, how you doing?
Hey, good. No, you left a voicemail earlier, and you said that you went and got a COVID test, and whereas you don't have COVID, you did find out some stuff, right?
Yeah. So I found out some not so good news.
First, why'd you think you had COVID?
Were you itchy?
I was itchy. I also had I had missed a few days of work because I felt like I had the flu.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe I do have the flu, or maybe I have COVID, so I'll go get it tested. So anyway, I went and got tested, waited 2 weeks off work, and I went back, and my doctor's like, well, you don't have COVID, but he goes, well, when I initially went, they found a little like mole on my back. He's like, well, let me get this tested, to see if it's cancerous or whatnot. So I went back, and they're like, yeah, it's cancerous. So they sent me to another skin doctor, and he goes, yep, that's cancer. It's got to be cut out, and you have leprosy on my back because my back had been itching. I had some red spots.
You have leprosy?
Leprosy and skin cancer, so he doesn't have COVID.
Well, the skin cancer, all my
Maybe
uncles...
you have leprosy.
Fuck, I'm just thinking that. What's like, is it itchy?
That's when your legs are going to start falling off.
Send you a fucking island.
But you have sores?
Yeah, that's
bumps
what
on
I
the
thought
skin.
too. I'm like, who the fuck? Yeah, I was like, who has leprosy? I mean, the shit die out in like
It's making a
years and years
comeback.
ago, but
I heard you got leprosy from fucking dog.
So
is it curable? That's just tell me if it's curable, please.
Nope.
Really?
No, I think once you
curable.
go.
I have to take.
Oh, okay.
I think once you go lep, you never go back to normal.
So, did the doctor tell you how you got leprosy?
No, they were like, apparently it takes 5 years, at least 5 years to incubate.
Wow.
So, which seems like a long time to me. Yeah, Seth, you're dead. And it apparently takes 5 to 10 years to incubate, and then it shows up. And I like I said, I thought I had just like a rash on my back. That's what I was told at first.
Oh, Jesus.
And no, fucking leprosy. So I got to take medicine for the next 2 years.
Skin lesions and damage. Leprosy is caused by infection of the bacterium.
It's
you
fine.
got it.
They give you a pill.
You definitely have leprosy.
And the skin cancer will be fine. Every real man Florida guy that I know has
Tom
skin
is
cancer.
right. I had it cut off my back. It's totally fine. You'll have a little scar, not a big deal.
If your nose falls off, let us know.
Numbness and weakness in hands or feet. Did you have numbness and weakness anywhere in your hands or feet?
No, I didn't have any of that. It was just really itchy, and I felt
you will, though. You're just
but like I said, it gets
I'm
better.
fucking pissed. Hold on. We've let Seth in this goddamn studio, and you knew he had some kind of goddamn skin disease, and now he's
I
bringing
don't have
leprosy
skin
in here?
disease. I haven't been itching in the past few days.
He didn't have a skin disease.
I went to the
You said you were itchy when you walked in here.
Yeah, I went to the doctor, and he gave me some topicals.
Yeah, he had
hypochondriac.
Yeah.
God.
He had MRSA because he cut his lip eating a pizza crust. He ate too much butt.
How am I supposed to take anything serious that Seth says he has? Because he has everything. I was like, hey, it was like, if I was Daniel, how you feeling? He's like, I got this.
Hold on a second. I'm a lot better now.
No, I know. But it's like...
but I just don't tell you. It's still there.
Yeah.
I just don't talk to you as much.
Yeah. So it ends up you'll be fine, but that is crazy that you went for a COVID test and then found out you have skin cancer and leprosy. Although
You're a leper.
both treatable, both fine, there could be a lot worse.
Where are you keeping your pot of gold, bro?
Well, like I said, it gets better, though. Whenever I went in the first time to get the skin cancer cut out,
Yeah.
they cut the wrong spot.
What? Hold on, did they put they draw a marker around
They're
it?
supposed to draw a circle or a smiley face around the bowl
they
in question.
did. Yeah, and they cut it out. I still got 12 stitches in my back, and then whenever I went back in, they're like, yeah, we cut the wrong spot out, so we got to cut another one. So now I have stitches through my upper right back and my lower left back.
God damn it.
Did they give you the first one for free?
They refunded the money. I'm not going to sue them, but they did refund my money at least. So
People make mistakes. You're good.
Was that?
I can do it.
No, you already did it.
There we go.
The naturally did.
Yeah, he knows the mummy. Here, I'll give this to you. This will cure
Get
your
one
leprosy.
mummy.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
The funny thing is that mummy probably died of leprosy.
He probably did.
That's probably true.
Well, that is an amazing story, but you have, I can just hear it in your voice that you have the spirit and the jolliness to beat this, and you'll be all right.
Nah, dude, I'm just used to bad shit happening to me.
Me too, bro.
But anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. I can hear it in your voice. I think this is the last time we're gonna talk to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Tom's
just
something
being
happened because
honest.
Tom's in ultimate negative mode, and nothing makes me laugh better. Dude, you've been fucking with everybody today. He's just Tom's on a 10, and I love it.
Yeah. If there's this many things going wrong, it's like when your car starts breaking down. It's a lot of problems over and over. And you
Tom said that he says to do Ice Bucket Challenge ALS, and you told this guy he's gonna die.
I don't think you're gonna die.
I'm so happy.
I
right
feel
now.
what you're feeling. It doesn't look good. I'm just saying, it's like it's a bunch of things start happening. Yeah, like once the leprosy and the skin cancer, like it's not gonna get better from here.
What has to?
Well, yeah.
It's pretty low.
Yeah.
That's pretty low.
Negative in nautical books.
It's more like a wave. It'll get better, then it's going to get fucking bad.
Hey,
Then
go
it'll
get
better.
yourself some Gringo's Double D tacos and eat it
Treat
outside.
yourself.
Eat it outside under a tree, and you'll be a happy boy.
And I think
But then eat something healthy to help the cancer.
No.
Like,
drink a lot of booze, and then pass out by the rivers.
I think based on like middle
I'm doing
ages,
the
like,
booze.
you could live with leprosy for a long, long time. I mean, your face and everything starts falling off, but
then you just wear
you're
a hood.
alive.
I'm legit calling my doctor tomorrow and be like, I had a caller call in and say, leprosy, do you think I have that?
And he's going to call her from what? I'm playing your doctor role playing. I'll call her from what, Seth?
Well, I'm on a radio show.
You're on a radio show, or do they just ask you to come in and be on the radio show?
I get paid
Also,
shit.
this
I
show's
get paid
not on the
shit
radio.
money.
You get paid.
I say,
now you're complaining.
I say radio because everyone knows radio.
And you also-
when I say podcast, everyone's like, oh, okay.
Well,
Joe Rogan.
Rogan, 100 million.
I know, that's Joe Rogan.
That's the thing.
It doesn't say Tom, Dan, and Joe, does it? It says Tom and Dan.
I know, we're not him, but it's
Oh, and by the way,
it's
maybe
a new thing.
I might be able to get really close to him this weekend because it'll be
no, you
nobody.
got leprosy. You can't get close.
Yeah,
to
you
it.
can't get close to
Well, I want
leprosy.
everyone else to have it if I have it. Fuck that.
Wait
I
till
hate
Joe
that.
Rogan finds out
Great.
you have leprosy.
If I find out I have
He'll
COVID,
use
I'm not
his
telling anybody.
flamethrower to keep you away.
Yeah, and by
You're
the
a
way,
terrible person.
I'm joking. I would never do
if
that.
I was Rogan and I got that $100 million payday, I'm staying the fuck away from all the
Everybody.
poros. I'm like, fuck these people. They're for sure they're not like.
Well, I got $100 million now. Fuck UFC. I'm not ever doing one of those again. I'll watch it like everybody else and enjoy
I'm sure
it.
he's doing it at that point just because he is a fan and he likes fights.
Yeah, I'd rather
He's a martial artist.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch it at home and really enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
You
That's
know,
exactly
and
what
he's got a compound.
So, sir, did you the skin cancer? Was it just rando, or you Florida real man, no shirt, no sunscreen, a lot? How'd that work?
I'm Florida real man, but no, not typically no shirt or anything. I'm a mailman though, so I'm out in the sun all the time. But it was on my back,
Wait a
which is
minute.
weird.
You got leprosy and you're handing out people's mail?
Are you the shirtless mailman that I
You're
see
not
all
in
the
Lake
time?
Yellow Heights, are you?
Oh, please say
I
more.
am shirtless mailman.
Oh, I hope you find a nose in your mailbox.
No, he
The
puts
thing is,
puts his hand in, his thumb falls
the
off.
thing is, I've had this for over 2 years. Like on my back, I just finally went and got it looked at.
Oh wow!
What did it look like? Was it
Looks like a
misshapen?
nose.
Was it like a weirdo
What it looked
ink
like?
blob?
Yeah, it looked like the state of New York.
Purple.
or maybe.
No, it was all over my back. I'll email you guys a picture of it.
That's okay.
But
Send it to Sam.
No, I want to see it. I want to compare.
No, we're talking about the skin cancer.
oh, the skin cancer? No, it was a mole, actually. It's just a mole. But I have a couple moles on my back, and like I said, they cut the wrong one out the first time.
Ew.
So,
Does it run in your family?
Oh, shut up. No, I'm the only one.
You call us!
you're calling us, telling us about your gross leprosy moles. And you're like, no, shut up.
I like this guy. He's my favorite caller.
I mean, what do you want us to say? We're like, delicious. I don't know.
Delicious moly back.
No, it doesn't run in the family. No.
No.
We're not fucking serious doctors where we're just gonna like have bedside manner and be like, all right, this is we're fucking. They call me an R word. What do you expect?
Special needs.
What do you expect?
Yeah, got it.
I'm gonna call the guy that only makes jokes and the other guy they call an R word and expect him to be dead serious and not make jokes. Well, we hope you recover. It sounds like you'll be fine.
Yeah, you got a good attitude. You're laughing. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think he's coughing actually.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I just figured it might be good show fodder. So anyway, I love you guys. Talk to you later, I guess.
Love you too, man. Hey, keep your head up and keep reaching for your nose.
Yeah, we'll do.
It does go to show you though that people have stopped worrying about all the other problems that they should be worrying about,
Like
and
only
just
Corona.
and just Corona's like,
I've
hey,
had this for 2 years.
Everything-
Just got it checked out.
everything still exists.
I have
Like
it.
There was a lady on the news.
there's
Okay.
heart problems, cancer,
Yeah.
diabetes, everything else is
No,
still
no,
on the
no, no.
table.
There was a morbidly
you should worry about.
There was a morbidly obese lady.
By the
on
way, you got a
news.
higher chance of getting that you're going to die of other stuff before COVID.
Oh, you
most
will.
likely.
But I don't want to be
Depending
this
on where you're
guy.
at,
There's
yeah.
a morbidly obese lady on the news with no teeth, or their teeth that she did have are rotting out, and she was talking about getting tested for COVID, and that is exactly what I said to my wife. I said, "Oh man, that's probably the least of her concerns," because I don't even know how you're going to walk in to get the test.
No
Because
joke.
you are a big.
I mean, there's people
pal.
like, and here's
Big
the thing:
pig.
do whatever the hell you want, but like, when you're still smoking a couple packs a day and you're concerned about COVID, like,
That's what I was feeling
Most
about the
likely, lung cancer, heart attack is going to get you.
Yeah.
If you're living unhealthy,
What are we naming this guy for the our team?
I
if we
said
put it-
Bob Mole.
Bob Mole. All right, Bob Mole.
That's how I feel about people complaining about the mask masks on Facebook, like, oh, I'm not breathing in my own CO2. It's so unhealthy. I'm like, you're fucking smoking a pack a day. You're eating shit food, and you're worried about wearing a mask for an hour. It's such a stupid.
It is really stupid.
But no joke, 2 weeks ago, it's funny he said this about the mole. I scrub my bottom of my feet because I'm barefoot all the time in the gym, so they're always dirty. I'm always scrubbing my feet.
Scrub the bottom of your feet. You need to teach somebody over here to scrub the bottom of his feet because what was the thing you had where you're like, oh, my foot was falling off, and I think it was just because I had a crack and then dirt got in there and now it's permanently stained or something. What happened?
I just got cracky feet.
So I noticed on my heel of my foot, on my right foot, a freaking, I thought it was a mole, a brown.
You don't get mole on your feet.
Exactly. So as soon as I saw it in the shower, I start freaking out and sweating. I'm like, Tracy! I'm like, get in here. I know.
We need to do a chatting with the masters with her.
Yeah. I haven't seen her around lately, so
she's listening right now.
because she's decomposing in his basement.
She said she likes your hair, Sam.
I feel like as soon as this is over, she's finding it.
Yeah, I mean, eventually some detectives will find her encased in concrete instead of barrel.
And then that Twitch feed of her in the closet will get pulled for evidence.
That's still hilarious.
The novelty of the money and the good body wears off after a while. Then you're like, I have to live with this person to complain.
It's not that bad.
Calling me every time in the shower.
She helps me.
So make me go fast in the tampon. Make me go fast.
I have to look at his butthole at his feet.
So I freaked out thinking that it was a mole in the bottom of my foot, like I had cancer. So
were you naked when you're telling her in wet? Were you like, come here?
I'm like this.
And she's trying to saute some green beans. And like, come here.
She's downstairs, so I'm like freaking screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, because my house is, I'm upstairs, so she's downstairs. I'm like, Tracy! I'm a fucking
gorilla need look at mole.
The dogs are coming in and looking at me like, what the hell, is everything okay? So she's cooking. I sit at my table as she puts dinner on. I'm like, no, look. She's like, I'm not looking at your feet as we're eating. We're about to eat. I'm like, no, get a fucking needle. So I start picking at it.
No, what are you doing? Dude, you don't do that. If you thought it was a mole, you don't pick moles.
Because I couldn't tell if it was under my skin or above. I'm like, is it a mole above or under? And she was like getting there with her flashlight.
Is there such a thing as an under mole? I've never heard of that.
Exactly, because it might have been a blister. So I was like, maybe it's just a blister from being barefoot and training, but I've never got one before. So why is it there? So for like an hour, I picked at it, and I finally got it out from under my foot. I'm like, I think is that blood? Is that blood? Like, I put it on my hand after I picked it. She's like, I think.
Okay. I've said this before.
She goes, I think it's blood.
I am nowhere on this. I mean, we're on the spectrum together.
You're wiping a mole?
And we are brothers.
Because I wanted to see if it was blood or if it was mole. I just pulled off.
We are brothers in hypochondria, and I love you, but dude, I am not like that. I do not go that far. If I'm going to look at the mole, pick it, and wipe it, no one's going to hear about it. I do it all alone, and then I pull the sliding door on my toilet and I stay in there and then I cry.
You know why?
By myself.
You know why you do that?
It's
because you've been with the same woman for a long time, and then over years you've learned not to tell her because you probably felt some sort of like.
I don't even tell you things. I didn't even tell you the time I cut my finger off in here.
Seth keeps refreshing his relationship so that they wear out.
Yeah, but I've been hoping. You
can show them the moles, and then they'll get tired of him leaving.
Everyone's so pissed in the chat because they're like, well, there goes my fucking lunch.
I'm sorry. It ended up being, I think it was blood. It didn't come back on my foot, so I'm assuming that's what it was.
Yeah, but it will come back. It's just regrouping. It's like any good battle. Cancer, you don't see it for a while. Like everybody that I know that's ever gotten cancer, and they say, we beat it. But then I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, but they're regrouping. That's what happened.
That's why I got my blood. That's why I got my blood taken yesterday.
For cancer?
No, I went to the itching, and he's like, I don't know why it's happening, but you just.
Oh, he sounds like the impression you're doing of your doctor sounds like he's sick of you because he's like, I don't know why it's happening. You're back again.
And then I had to bring up, well, it's been a couple years since I had my blood work. Can we do my blood work again? He's like, yeah, it has been a couple years. Did you fast? I'm like,
you don't do blood work every year?
Usually, I did do it every year, and then I didn't do it last year, so that's why exactly. So he's like, "Did you fast?" I'm like, "Yep, I prepared and I fasted on purpose."
I can do blood work at any point. I'm always on an 8-hour fast.
So they took it yesterday.
God, I wish I would have started my blood work for hypochondriac's business. It'd be killed. We're rich.
The more that I talk to Seth, the more I understand that there are. Because I go through waves too, and maybe
I'm on an up wave right now for sure.
I'm also on new medication.
Because of the stress that's going on right now.
I'm also on new medication that I think all of you guys. I asked you to tell me if it's working better. Remember, and you guys were like, "Yeah, I think it is working better." I do think it is working better. My medication.
Really?
It made me.
Don't trust me. I tell everybody what they want to hear.
That's very true.
So if you hear what you want to hear from me, then I give my
Butler, you seem better. You don't seem quite as nutty. All right. Well, on that happy note, should we take our little break?
Let's take a shot on the way out.
Oh, yeah. Let's do our shot. Butler, let me give you your... there's your echo, sir, your reverb.
Butler's going deep on this one.
Cleans these.
Okay, here we go.
All right, raise one up for 50%. I'm so tired of this quarantine that my patience has spent plotting on a pint at a watering hole tonight. Dinner and a cocktail just sounds right.
No.
All right, 9-2-0.
How did this bit last so long?
I don't know.
We had it sponsored.
We got it sponsored again. It's coming back.
That's good. This is the nerd jock of the Freddy Freeze. Yeah.
Faster.
I'll plug a few things. Guys, if you're listening to this right now, I'll plug this. This could really help us out. Go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tom and Dan Live, just search for it. Everything is on there. I know that one rattles your bones a little bit, right?
I know. It just like...
I came awake.
Yeah, me too. That was me waking up.
It does wake you up.
I really want to take a drink with you guys.
No, this one now is... What are we doing today? Because it's sweet. It's got a nice... sweet flavor.
That was Calalisa.
Calalisa Creek. Yeah, that's good.
But I feel my body fighting COVID weaker. It's like, I'm giving up. I'm trying to give Seth more English.
We got a lot of new, really good music that came across my desk this week. The name of this band is Western Addiction. We're going to punk it up a little bit. The song is called We Lived in Ultraviolet. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomandan.com. I have been spending a lot of time out on my balcony, and I put in some new window shades to kind of, I can pull them down now when I'm grilling or if I'm out there with Maisie to keep the sun off of me. Now, the only other problem I would have, and with all this rain lately, would be mosquitoes. I don't have that problem because I have a portable mosquito nick system. Dude, 2 sprays of this stuff, and it is a paradise outside.
Yeah. I can be in my backyard either gardening over the weekend and playing with the boys. I don't have to worry about mosquitoes at all times because I have the full system that is basically, it's a big drum filled with an organic liquid that repels mosquitoes. It basically disintegrates or dissolves within 10 seconds after you spray it.
Yeah, it breaks down really fast.
Completely safe for everybody.
You can see it. It also, I didn't know this, but I had a wasp problem outside too.
Yeah.
It takes care of that.
It does, yeah. And my system, it goes off during peak mosquito hours, and it comes with a remote control. I could hit it one time.
That's what I have. Even mine has a little remote.
They run misters through all my back fencing and my yard, so it mists my entire yard and gets rid of all mosquitoes. And over time, it basically creates this barrier where I never have mosquitoes in my backyard. I walk out there all the time, and if you have a backyard, you know that during dusk, if you walk in your backyard with no shirt, you are being immediately attacked.
Well, we live in a swamp. Yeah, we live in Florida. It's this is what happens.
And with all this rain everywhere, it creates puddles, and then it breeds mosquitoes, and it's about to be mosquito crazemo. Get the Mosquito Nick system. Man, I've had it for years now. It's unbelievable because I don't even recognize it that we have a mosquito problem anymore because until I go out of my house.
Until you go to somebody else's house who doesn't have mosquito nets.
I was on a bike ride with my sons the other day, and I was getting towards dusk, and I'm like, God, why are mosquitoes attacking me? What is this? I literally forgot that they existed, and that's because of Mosquito Nicks. Give them a call. You'll save 1% off of your whole system if you mention your Tom and Dan listener.
Absolutely.
They have BDM techs. I know Will is a BDM that's a Mosquito Nicks tech that came by my house the other day. Fix a clog real quick, easy breezy.
I got to talk to one of these guys because mine takes these canisters that are replaceable.
Yeah.
And I need to purchase a few canisters. I can probably do it online, but I'd rather get it from our local guy. But Mosquito Nicks, it really does work, and it'll protect you and your family from stupid mosquitoes.
Check it out, mosquitonicks.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Butler is here. And on news today and hanging out with us is our good friend, Seth Petruzzelli. Anything to talk about, my friend, before we do it?
Let's go into news on news.
All right.
Or mail on mail.
News on news works too.
News on...
News on booze. Mail on mail.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on mail brought to you by liquidglassguard.com.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you guys. I applied this to my scooter's headlights.
Oh, really?
And they are squeaky blanking perfect. I mean, that stuff's great.
I was driving around in the rainstorm the other day, and I didn't have my windshield wipers on. And for a long time, I didn't even notice that I didn't have them on. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, Liquid Glass Guard. You don't need windshield wipers. So if you use promo code Tom and Dan when you order Liquid Glass Guard, you get 20% off, and you'll get a free Tom and Dan sticker with every order. So check it out at liquidglassguard.com. Last 6 months. All right, first email.
Okay. Sergeant Pepperlips bottle design. Sam, I probably should have sent this to you in the first place. Listening to the boys heap praise on that other gentleman's bottle design broke my little heart today. So remember last week... Or on ACT this week, we talked about... I read an email from a guy, but it didn't have the picture attached. So this is this man's design. It's a tomato flavored hot sauce.
Yep, I saw that. He did send me that.
Not as terrifying as Pabons.
Yeah.
That's the thing, sir.
I liked Pabons terrifying.
You do have your eyes painted red in this.
Wow, he's high all the time. Look at his eyes right now. They're bloodshot.
Ketchup eyes.
Barefoot, Flintstone feet.
I mean, they're always bloodshot. I mean, when are they not bloodshot?
That's a liver thing, I think.
No, I use Roto eye drops too much, and I've become addicted to them. So now, if I don't use... It's like chapstick.
Yeah, it's like chapstick. I can't not use chapstick.
And now, so if I don't use eye drops, it just... my eyes get red.
I don't like chapstick. I don't like greasy lips.
Oh, I'm addicted to chapstick.
It's yucky.
Oh,
It's
yucky. Wait, what's your favorite?
Shower, they don't go up. Just the regular black chaps. The black.
No, I gotta go medicated chapstick. The light blue,
like
the baby blue. Oh, it's the best.
It's the menthol flavor.
Yeah, it burns your lips.
I don't. You guys got greasy lips. My lips are fine as God intended.
Kissing of lips like that are nice.
Should
like the menthol kiss type flavor.
Should I explain to this gentleman about how
taste the Newports,
how this business and angles and stuff work?
Sure.
All right, I'll quickly explain.
Give him a quick one.
I got this email from this gentleman.
I'm
Sergeant
sorry. I'm really
Pepperlips.
feeling that whiskey right now, and I'm having to slap my cheeks a little bit to realign.
So you got that email? You just didn't respond?
No, I don't. I usually don't respond if there's not a question. So it's like if someone asks me a question, I'll try to respond. But if they're just like, "Hey, look what I made," I won't respond and be like, "Thank you." I just assume that person knows that I appreciate the effort, whatever. Maybe I should respond more. But anyway, crazy busy. So I got that email. I saw the artwork and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then
it's cutesy.
I was going to talk about it, but then I got Pabons crazy Pepperlips art.
Highly detailed crazy Pepperlips.
And then I thought the angle would be funny to call Pabon and bitch about how his artwork is scary. And then that's the angle I went with for the show. That's the only reason. Your artwork was good. It just didn't have anything that I could talk about.
I'll be honest with you. I like Pabons because it's aggressive.
Well, now Pabon has redesigned it according to Tom's notes.
Yeah, and Tom looks like a Down syndrome boy.
Basically cultural appropriation at this point. And I don't think we can go with that one either.
Which one? The one where he's wearing a sombrero?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know. He's a little darker than normal.
No. Here,
he's got brown face. I don't know.
Here, I'll show everybody how they drew Tom's face.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, it looks like Down syndrome.
Looks like Tom and Obama had a baby.
It does look like that. You know what?
Nice teeth.
That's an interesting point. It's I bet
your body might on flying.
That's how everything works nowadays. Where just saying the facts or just saying like what's going on or you're like I like this or whatever. Like it's not interesting enough to put out there. Everybody needs an angle on it. So they do this in sports. They do this in news now.
They absolutely probably news more than anything
because it's news and entertainment. It's sports entertainment. Everything is entertainment, and everybody's fighting for attention. So everybody has to have either a polarizing angle on something, or it has to be entertaining. It can't just be like, hey, look at this. A nice listener made us some art. It looks great. What are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go. Yeah. So it has to be some sort of angle because that's where the entertainment lies.
I was going to say this guy's art. I think it looks very gay.
Yeah.
It's just
not
gay.
the angle.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. So
not a bad thing.
Everybody is being bombarded by every angle because angles is what people that do this for a living or whatever provide some sort of entertainment. That's what everybody's looking for.
Correct.
So then that's what makes everybody mad because you have to go that route because it's the only entertainment route to go to anyway.
Yeah, I got you. Voicemail.
Go for it.
Tom, I just wanted to let you know that old octopus fingers does not work 98% of the time. I am saying there's a chance, but there's also a chance of you getting yelled at and it taking even longer for you to do the deed. Just from personal experiences from Southern Kermit.
Southern Kermit. I was about to say Kermit the Frog or Ray Romano.
Okay. Here's the best thing.
It is
about
a little Ray Romano.
Here's the best thing about our.
Hey, Ma, what are you doing, Ma?
But I like Southern Kermit better.
The best thing about our show is that we insult our listeners by giving them names like Manny Wetmouth. Or what was our new one? No, we have a new one that just
Bob
called
Mole.
Bob Mole. But then they adopt these because they do understand that it is love. We're not trying to fuck with you enough to make you hate us. We're bringing you into our club.
It's like
you are subject to be made fun of. 100%.
So we make fun of each other.
Oh, yeah.
So the highest compliment you can get, like if Seth,
on pepperoni nips, right?
Yeah, if we weren't making fun of your hypochondria or anything, then there would be no love here. But okay, so Southern Kermit says. Now, you're going to have to refresh me.
I believe octopus hands is when your wife is asleep and you're going for the groping. Right?
Oh.
Wasn't that what you were referencing?
I didn't know.
Maybe. I can't remember. I didn't understand.
I couldn't remember either.
Just masturbate at that point.
No, that's what
not in the bed. No, even though I have a purple mattress and supposedly if she's on her side and I'm on my side, she can't feel me jacking it.
Yeah.
But I'm too scared to test it.
You know, this
really?
Yeah.
This is a commentary on marriage because octopus hands used to work in my 20s when I was married, and I think it was just her giving in to to make me happy or whatever.
Definitely.
And even if she was like partly conscious because she was like asleep, but I used to get drunk and then start I wake up in the middle of the night.
Keep going,
and then I'll rub on my wife and she would just go into it and she would be asleep or whatever. Now she would slap me away and she's not worried about me being angry or not fulfilling.
Well, there's no fear there. That's your problem.
Duties.
Womanly duties.
Well, you haven't instilled.
Remember when there was womanly duties?
Yes.
You haven't instilled fear. You need to instill fear, like I've been doing. Like I've been doing with the fish. Every morning, I go right up to the glass of our fish tank and I bang on it 3 times hard, and then I look at them and I'm like, yeah, and I scream at them. I'm like, I gotta let them know who's in charge. Yeah, I am the boss.
I do like in the 50s there was womanly duties, but there was no husband duties at all.
Bullshit! They went out and they made the money. What do you mean? That was their duty.
We were working all day.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Was it?
What else are they supposed to do?
But they didn't reference it.
Well, it didn't need to be referenced. It's too important to be referenced.
It was obvious what they were doing. They came home in a suit and tie and a nice top hat with the cigarette in their mouth.
More like a fedora.
Drunk as shit with scotch.
It's such
and a backhand ready to go.
Me and the boys are playing pool, huh?
That's why I said I wanted to live in the 50s.
Like the dads,
Jesus, Seth.
the 50s dads, they we were talking about like Trump's dad probably had very little playing with him time or whatever, a different time. I think most dads back then
too busy gentrifying New York.
They didn't do anything. It was your family was this thing you had.
Standoffish.
It was it was
no, there was a weird level of respect fear that, I never had that, but then again, I was born in 76. I'm 43, about to turn 44. Like, I never... the dynamic had already been generationally lost.
It started like in the 60s to get out of that. But
when you guys started letting us work on our own.
But I wonder if...
I like that, though, because women, I believe, are really good at most everything.
If the dads in that generation, because, like, there had to have been dads that liked playing with their kids and, like, actually enjoyed it. Like, I don't do it.
I don't know, though, because it's like if you didn't have it when you grew up,
then maybe you didn't.
Yeah, maybe it didn't even.
But my dad died. But before that, he played with me.
When I pray at night, I talk to your dad, and he says he didn't want to play with you.
But
God, that's
I can't remember.
Horrible thing to say.
So I wonder if they were shamed, like 1950s dads that would play with their kids all the time.
I bet. I bet.
If there was other dads like, why are you doing that, Jim?
Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
It's weak. It's like you're playing with your kids. That's what women do. You're supposed to chop wood, smoke cigars, make money. Like it's all. Yeah.
My pop-up.
That is such a flawed masculinity thing. It's not
worked
even
for years. They did this since the 1400s.
Worked.
Yeah, here comes karate counterpoint.
The Kings, they did the same thing. They had other people raise their sons. They grew up to be great kings and queens.
Unfortunately, like
kings also bang their sisters.
I wasn't made. Well, I would do that, but I'm not made for the. I'm not made for the not play with your kids, and you're not either. We definitely enjoy being dads.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there are plenty of people now, like right now, that don't enjoy being a dad.
Oh, yeah.
And if you were able to get an honest answer out of them, you may not ever get them.
There's a lot of people that have kids that are not happy to be parents.
For sure. But I happen to really enjoy it. Like, I was just, like, before we started the show, I was telling Tom the joys of I have finally figured out how to get snuggles. I figured it out.
You got a Snuggie?
Yeah, at the end of the night, I figured out how to do it. But yeah, we're built for it. Some people don't like that.
I know my papa was confused when he was alive a bunch of times by when we would visit him with the boys.
Did he play with them?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like grandparents get a pass.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It's different, though.
He was confused. He
ain't going to do any of the duties.
I would change, Max's diaper, or I would be running around, and Crystal would be sitting on the chair talking to Pop-Pop, and I would be, checking on him. And I remember we'd be like, you're taking care of the kids. Like it blew his mind that she was sitting down and I was playing with Max and Tommy or watching them. Back then it was they were so young.
So what? You're gay? What is happening?
It was bizarre to him. He wasn't telling me.
I don't want to talk to her.
I didn't raise no pansy.
I don't want to talk to this. You left Crystal to talk to, and she's a woman. She's an idiot. I need to talk to you. I mean, that's how.
What is she going to tell me?
Yeah. What do you know? You don't have a penis.
I don't know. I miss you, Pop-Up.
No.
I'm joking. He would have laughed at that.
Say goodbye.
He don't miss. He was glad. He was I'm glad I'm dead. All right. What's the voicemail?
Great song. Oh, voicemail. Let's do. This one's critical of me.
Dan, please stop screwing this one thing up. It's just irritating me. I love you guys. You're awesome. You've gotten me through this pandemic and some just shit times. You're just the best. You guys are the best. But one of the funniest moments you guys had that you kind of keep kind of just bringing it down a little bit, Daniel, is because you keep effing this up, is that it's One Bird for Life Chop.com. And that's kind of what made it funny, is the Chop.com instead of .com. And you say One Bird for Life .chop, One Bird for Chop.com. I don't know, you just F it up all the time. And it's One Bird for Life Chop.com. I just,
Sir, that's fake.
Bother him a lot.
My God.
He sent an email, too.
Get it right next
Wow.
time.
Email and voice.
Yeah, he's mad.
Dan, bumble away, Dan. It's from one bumbler to another. You can bumble away. So.
Thank you. I'm going to start bumbling more. Oh, it's not going to be good for the show.
Tuna Daddy called him Complainy Joe Pesci.
You said everything but it. You said one chop for life, chop chop. You said one chop for life, bomb. You said one chop for life, chop com.
Maybe he bought the website and he's upset about it. Email OG show callbacks. Hey gang, I was listening to this week's OG show from 2015 and picked up on a few interesting things that might interest you. First, Ross explains to Tom what Twitch is, and he's baffled by how people can monetize it. Pretty funny since Twitch is now part of your business. Second, a listener emailed the show asking for Tom and Dan workout gear, specifically a headband and dry fit shirt. Tom said selling that to his big fat listeners would be like Stitches selling GED frames to his fans. I just finished some cardio this morning.
Good joke, Tom.
I just finished some cardio this morning wearing both my BDM dry fit and my blue T&D headband. The great circle continues to move round and round, it seems.
Oh, my God.
Here's the thing. I didn't say it was like I didn't want to do it. I just said, how are people monetizing it? Like, I was curious to how it worked. And then when we found out, we were like, oh.
I don't think you still know how it works. I think you just let Juan handle it.
Yeah. Well, I
mean, we know how to, like, get on there, and we know how to, like, broadcast, and we try our best to make it look as good or better than most. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you guys. Even in Orlando, there's a lot of live streams. You know, it could be singer-songwriters, it could be other radio shows, radio stations, could be television news, but we try very hard to make ours on a budget look as good or better than most of those, and I think we accomplished that. I'm pretty damn proud of it.
Well, I understand now you monetize it by they offer basically incentives for content providers to come on, and their incentives are if you are an Amazon Prime member and you subscribe, Amazon gives us $3 a month, and that's how you monetize it, plus tips. And then plus there's the commercial route, although we don't get that much money through the commercials because we don't have that big of an audience. But then that's the three ways. It's more than any other software out there, like more than YouTube or Facebook Live. I don't think there's really any way to monetize your Facebook Live. So it's the best platform for monetization that I've seen video-wise. So yeah, that's why we're using it. But it is weird that if you go back and listen to our OG shows, which if you're a BDM, you'll get there is this cyclical pattern of things that get brought up and like weird things that we're doing now that we're talking about then.
It could have to do with time of year or news cycles or sports or, I mean, and by the way, everything kind of plays into it, I feel like.
This would happen with everybody if somehow you recorded conversations you had every day of the week and then went back to them. Like, of course, it just people forget what they said, 5 years ago, but we have it down on record because of the show. So if you go back, and this is why people are getting in trouble for shit they said 10, 20 years ago, a fucking different time or a different environment, right. But you put it out on social media or in public somewhere, and then it lives forever. That's the problem.
Let's try. I haven't heard from Manny, so let's do it.
Hey guys, so you're actually forgetting about the most iconic toilet seat ever. It's the beach themed toilet seat, or it's like epoxy or whatever, and it's got seashells and fish and little beach bric-a-brac in it. Had a friend who had that in one of his parents' beach themed bathrooms, but that's the craziest toilet seat.
I do like
the beach I was going to say, I like that one too. I tried to find one for the studio because I thought it would be cool to like replace the traditional one that we have now that's kind of lame with a fun one, but I don't really feel the need to do that anymore. So.
They basically it's epoxy that they pour into and they put the shells
some seashells and plastic fish in there, and there you go.
You want my old bidet seat? Because I'm going to get a new one because the sea heater broke.
Oh, but no, your wand has got doo-doo.
That's the cool part. I thought you guys would want.
No, it's got shit on it.
No, it's not. I think it's mold.
But you used it with the mold on it?
Yeah, because I figured my body was fighting back.
No, you're probably spraying mold directly into your butt. And that's how you get leprosy. Thank you.
I check it. Yeah, I spread my butt and check.
Okay, next email.
All right. Yeah.
I just wanted to let you guys know that I am loving the recent edition of the Best of a Corporate Time shows. I had gotten to a point where I couldn't keep up with the Corporate Time, so I just abandoned it and stuck with the podcast, Friday Free Show and BDM shows. But now that the entire week's best segments are packaged into one episode, I love being able to keep up with you guys, your guys' other half. This was a great idea, and I thank you. I also wanted to know how you choose which songs you play on Friday Free Shows. A while ago, I had sent a friend's song because you had been asking for some local rap music, but never heard it get played. This is by no means a complaint. I know you probably get inundated with emails and song submissions. I was just curious if you won't play something if you don't like it, or if things just get lost in the shuffle. Either way, it's super cool that you give people the opportunity. Love the show, BDM for life.
Yeah, I would love to play more and more local music, and if you have a band or you have a friend that has a band and you can get clearance, send the music to me. Yeah, absolutely, I'll try to play it. I will say though, yeah,
even if it sucks, play it.
If it doesn't, I don't typically do that. And the way I look at it is look, I'm not going to tell you your band sucks, because that's not fair. And whatever you are doing, you might have a lot of fun making it, and to your ear, you might think it sounds amazing and love it. Because music is subjective, that's fine. But if I don't play it, that doesn't necessarily mean I hate it. It's just, look, whatever fits, I'll play. Whatever doesn't fit, I'll listen to it. But I will listen to it.
But just know, if you don't hear it, then it sucks. And be sad about it. And know that...
and know that
every
I was
week
the
you're
one.
waiting to hear, and then if it doesn't, you're like, oh, he heard it.
No, and go one step further. Hang your hat on the fact that eventually you think I will play it, and then but also understand that I won't, and eventually you'll have to come to the studio one afternoon when I'm leaving, track me down, and then confront me on the street, and then the ending will eventually be much like John Lennon's, where you gun me down in a pool of my own blood for not playing your band.
Let me ask you guys this. All right, so if you email someone
okay with it.
or text someone and then they don't text you back, do you go...
you hate me then.
Okay, you go negative, right?
Yeah, like if I text you, I'm like, hey, this is awesome, and then you don't send me...
Is this a friend? Is this a partner? Is this a girl?
Like if I send jokes to Tom, and he did it this weekend, I won't say the jokes. I can't, because it's vile.
Uh-huh.
But I sent you some jokes. I sent you some jokes this weekend that I thought were funny. And it took a very long time for you to reply. And during that time, I had already decided to quit the show. And not only quit the show, and then also wage war against anything that you would do from here on out. So spill all the secrets, just spill the tea, everything. You did reply with your customary ha-ha.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll just have you know that you and your family are safe now. Well, everyone is safe now. You replied.
It goes to show you, though, that how powerful your own perception of what the reality is because, like...
No, I just think you're busy.
Truthfully,
I just go I send you things with I always send texts to people now, maybe not when I was younger, but now when I send texts, I send them with no reply needed. Yeah. That's my thought. I send it out there, unless it's a question, like, oh, where are you? That's different. But if I'm sending you something, either reply or don't reply, I will not take it to heart.
At least have to hit the thumb up thing.
Well, no, I don't even hang on that. Because
that you acknowledge it.
Sometimes people are busy, man. Like, if you were with Tracy...
I literally can look and go...
I understand that, but, for some people, though, they don't want to be connected to their phone. Maybe their wife or girlfriend doesn't want them on it.
Some people get easily distracted.
They're at the beach. They're at the theme parks. They don't have their...
of course.
Put it into the world and let it go.
But if it's a text, everybody sees it, right? I mean, no one... I get a lot of texts, and I often use that as an excuse with my wife or someone else. Like, man, I get a lot of texts. And I do, but I see them all because it's not that many.
So then why don't you respond?
Then it's just time-wise or whatever, or I deem it... if it's an important question, but if it's just like...
That's bullshit, because I've asked you many questions and you don't answer.
In group texts.
No, I've sent you personal texts.
I don't know how many.
Usually, from my experience,
but you're very.
I
I think you need to up your dosage of Adderall. But I think you get distracted, so you exit out of the text and forget to type back. That happens to a lot of people.
Well, you exit out, you think of how do you want to answer. Okay,
right, and then you forget to get back.
And then there's so many more texts get built up above it. It gets pushed down, and you forget about it because it's past the scrolling.
If it was really important, I don't know what really important text. If you're sending me
Tom, my truck's on fire. How dare you send me to this mechanic?
No, that was
my new way to send text though is and tell me if you guys do this. My new way of sending text, and I love it, is if you ask me a question, I like to type what I want to say on the bottom, not hit send, and then I do a screenshot of what I was typing, and then I send that. Right?
Okay.
Then you have some
Interesting
extra time on
method.
your hands.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that all about?
I don't know, but it's pretty neat.
Why don't more people use the voice thing? Just you talking and it sends
I
you a
don't
voice
like
and you
that.
talk,
I don't
though.
either.
Sometimes
I
do
don't
it,
know
too,
why.
but-
It's off-putting to me.
People have been you did that to me the other day.
Because when I'm driving
well,
or
yeah,
something
I
like
had
that,
to.
I don't have time to type. I'm just like, no, I can't do that. I could do this. Why should you do this?
But once you do voice to text, I mean,
Because then it all comes up all garbly. Because I mumble and I don't know what I'm saying.
I was
half the
cleaning
time,
up my Blackstone and I had my hands full, and I had to like talk into my phone.
Yeah.
I respond in GIFs only.
It's it's interesting though
Choosy
because
moms.
like I'll send people texts and emails, and then if I get no response, my first thought is, oh, they must be busy. I won't think, oh, they saw this and they purposely won't respond. Like
Because they are waging war on me.
I won't turn it into something nefarious or negative. I'll go to the positive.
Yeah.
My first instinct is, they're busy, because I'm like that too, and I'm like giving them a break. So because I do it to other people. So,
Yeah.
but if you think the other way, but
I like that.
But here's the thing: it could not be the truth. Like
I think it depends on how you are with text. So if you respond quickly and immediately to everyone's, you expect everyone else to.
Yeah.
But everyone's not like
All
you.
right.
So.
Back when I was single, you had to play the game. You had to like read the text from the girl. Wait.
Oh, you're the guy that waits 3 days.
Not 3 days, but maybe like an hour or so.
No,
3 days.
Not
I
enough.
never
3 days is
understood
a
that.
lot.
So weird.
Usually it's like 4 or 5 hours. You wait like, I was busy.
The 3 day thing doesn't make sense to me because, like, if I went on a date with somebody and I had fun, like, I think it's completely acceptable to text them, like, immediately and be like, hey, man, that was really fun. Like, I had a great time with you. Like, I don't.
The initial date, yes, that's what happens all the time. Usually it's immediate, like, I do that on purpose just so I have in writing that nothing crazy went down. So I'm like, I'm fucking paranoid.
You wanted it, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
Push one for yes.
I'm like, hey, I had
not a bad idea.
Everything was consensual, right?
Yeah,
You almost
exactly.
do, like, before we have sex,
soon
I need
as-
to do one of those videos, like, that pornos do. He's like, hold your
Yeah.
lights in.
So as soon as
I am
they
here
leave,
of my own, like,
as soon as they leave in
I
the
am
morning,
not under the influence of drugs or alcohol. I am about to perform coitus with.
My
What's your
God.
full name?
my Christopher is my middle name, Petrozelli. Seth Christopher Petrozelli.
And it's just Seth?
Yeah, what do you think it's fucking short for?
I don't know.
Sethers.
Setholamule?
Setholamule.
I don't know. You're a weirdo culture. Who knows what it is?
I don't know what black people do. What are you, crazy?
My brother has a different name. Derek is my brother's name.
Yeah.
It's different too, I guess.
Derek.
Yeah, that's cooler than Seth.
Yeah. Seth is kind of like.
It's biblical. Third son of Adam and Eve, man.
You're not even. You're an atheist.
Well, my dad didn't want me to be, I guess. And I said, fuck you. No, I'm just joking.
My God.
What are we? One more voicemail.
All right. Yeah. This one, I guess this
We got
one's-
news
I
to
guess
do.
this one's for Butler. I don't know.
Hey Sam, Tom, Dan, and Butler. It's Christina from Oklahoma. I just wanted to call and tell you guys that we got a little thing called a toad house. And you guys have been talking about your kids. Well, not you, Sam, because you're like me and you don't have any. And it's fun. But anyway, you guys were talking about having like gardening time and how the kids love looking at the flowers growing and stuff. Well, there's this really cool thing. It's a toad house. You can get it. It's kind of hard to find, but on Amazon they have them. And we got one. And it's just this little ceramic thing.
Cute.
And it just gives them, like, the toads a little area to, like, live. And they eat a lot of bugs and stuff. So it's, like, really cool. And then we just have our yard guy, like, not mess with that area because we're not gardeners. We just, like, kind of have a little area. So, I don't know. It's kind of cute, fun. Like, I'll go outside and I'll see, like, a little baby toad or, like, all these different ones. They're not overpopulating. They keep to themselves. But it's just kind of a cute thing. I thought maybe one of y'all's kids or whoever, even if you don't have kids, it's still fun to look at toads. So, love you guys and hope you're having a great day.
Did I hear a dog collar walking around in the back? Because you have made a cyanide house for your dog. Because those toads, the Bufo toads, will kill your dog quick.
They're not
Will they?
Bufo toads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's a Bufo toad?
You never heard of Bufo toads?
No. Bufo toads? I thought that was a rapper.
Is it the ones that they boof up?
I know.
I thought they call them swole.
Two.
And I'm like making gains.
I thought they called them blamer toads.
Two or three.
I've been saying this shit.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of my dogs when I was growing up were poisoned by toads. One of them died, but they're fucking poison toads that your dog.
They're just enough for us to lick and get high off of it.
Yeah,
but so if I put this little ceramic house out,
well,
the toads will come and then like live in the house.
Yeah, they lounge.
Yeah,
there.
so will snakes and fucking crickets and all sorts of.
Well, how do they know that it's for them, or is it just something they like?
It's probably just a place for them to hide because toads
to get out of the sun.
Toads will get into the darkest crevices.
Yeah.
You know, that's where they go. Like if you have a pot, they'll go under there or whatever.
I don't think I know much of I think if you laid frogs out and laid toads out and asked me to determine the differences, I think I do okay, but I don't think I know.
You'd know the difference.
The tree frogs.
My husband hates frogs, so this would not go well.
No
in my
toad house for you.
The toads are
they're cute little things.
And then, now there's less freezes here, so they're running rampant going from South Florida because it used to be a South Florida thing because it would get cold and kill them here.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, shit. When's the last time it's been under freezing here?
Weird.
I don't even think did it even get under freezing this year? It didn't, right? So that's what usually kills the Bufo toads, the stink vine in Winter Park and shit. All the stuff that normally will freeze out, but now we don't.
They
get
put
that
me to
anymore.
sleep at night. Like listen to them outside my door. I hear toads like the whole night just. They're inside my turtle pond sometimes too. I have to save them.
It's repetitive, and I'm with Seth. It kind of puts me to sleep. Like
I even say, "Hey Google, play Google Toad." Or play Google Toad. Play toad sounds, and it's like
toad sounds.
Yeah, and it just will play like in addition to the one on the other side. So I have my Alexa or my Google playing this side, and then the outside playing.
Yeah,
the
I'm
toads.
not as crazy.
I'm like double toading it, and it's like
double toad.
When I was
not. Write down double toading it because he just said that, and that's a great show name.
There's a toad down in Miami. I've never heard it up here, and maybe a Bufo, but there's Bufo up here.
I'm going to Google Bufo because I don't know.
It's also called a cane toad.
Yeah,
that's the actual name. But
cane toad. Yeah.
Cane as in Kane, like
CANE, not like the wrestler.
But there's some toad that
I want to see him with a mask, and he's all red and like.
I am the brother of the Undertoader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is the toads I always see.
Yeah,
shoot
those are
'em.
poisonous.
Yeah, poisonous.
If your
Oh,
dog, you kill them.
Well, I pick them up all the time as they peel in my hand all the time.
No. You gotta.
Yeah, they look like toads I've picked up.
Yeah, I picked those things up all the time.
Oh, they'll kill your dog good.
But they won't kill us.
No, but that's right.
Yeah, you
you
get high,
can lick them and you'll get high off the poison.
Yeah.
They'll if you squeeze them, poison will come out of that. That's why when dogs,
White cum comes out their back.
when dogs bite
I didn't
them.
think that we had those.
You gotta eat that frog cum.
I remember
lived 15 years.
My
That's
real
a
man
long
dad wouldn't even take the dog to the vet. It would just spray their mouth out, hold it down because if they bite them, they'll get like foamy mouth, and then that's how you know they got a hold of a Bufo toad. And it like big dogs can survive through it. Small dogs they'll die. And because it's straight poison. But if you wash their mouth out, they'll be sick for a couple days. But the big dogs should
I had
survive.
a toad growing up. I had tons of animals growing up, all sorts of crazy animals, newts, turtles, anything. Anyway, the toad ate, when it was eating the crickets, it ate a piece of bark with the crickets and got lodged in its stomach sideways, so it was like poking out on the sides. I had to take it to the vet, and they did surgery. It was the first time they ever did. They filmed it, everything. They're like, oh, this is breaking. Yeah. They put the fucking toad to sleep, and they went inside it and clipped it. And got the bark out, and they did surgery on the toad.
Did you have to pay for that?
Yeah, my parents paid for it.
Thousands of dollars.
I wanted my toad to live.
Thousands upon thousands of toad dollars.
Your
just gonna
real
let
man
him-
dad paid for a fucking toad surgery?
He loved animals. He's the one that got me into animals.
Really?
My dad would have put it in a Kmart bag and smacked it against
Kmart bag.
Kmart.
My dad and Papa wouldn't even have fucking be like, what?
Well, I
I
feel
couldn't
sorry
even
for-
comprehend what you were saying. He's like, you want me to what? You fucking frog?
I mean,
in his mind, there's no
my
frog,
dad-
grasshaught, mosquito.
He also
Olsen,
he also let my iguanas go in the chimney and let them run loose.
In the chimney.
Put them in the chimney. They ran up and got out.
Why did your dad put you... Why did your dad put your iguanas in the chimney?
Because he thought that would be an easy way for them to get out and escape. So we let him run around the house.
Run, little chimney
He's like,
sweeps.
you know what? It's getting real big, and we need to let it go. He contributed to the
He could have gone outside, but instead he's like, I'll give you a Ninja Warrior Silk Force. Straight up.
He got up the chimney. I remember hearing him
fuck opening the door.
If you can make your way out of here, John McClane, then you're good to go.
Maybe he was just
climbing the Nakamura Tower all the way up.
Come on.
My God, man.
He's lighting a little Zippo. All right, let's take a break.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
My other iguana got ate by my ferrets.
Let's see here.
I killed my pet iguana by I put it outside to get sun, and then of course I forgot about it when I was a kid.
Oh, you baked it.
And then it baked it alive.
That's the worst.
Oh my God!
I didn't do it on purpose. I was just guess what?
We let
forgetful young Tom Van.
Yeah, we let our animals run loose, like all of them we had. So we had ferrets, and we let our iguanas run loose. And at 2 ferrets, we came out in the screen enclosure, and they're like fucking African lion eating like a gazelle on the iguana, just tearing it apart. Like eating it. I was like, ferrets? Yeah, we had to grab the ferrets, and they're like covered in blood.
That won't fuck you up at all.
Oh, it did. I felt really bad.
Ferrets are gross.
It was my
Yeah.
Luigi was the iguana's name.
Oh,
Poor
Luigi's
Luigi.
a murder machine.
All right, let's take a break.
I threw those ferrets.
Name of the band is Vistas. This is The Love You Give. We can all learn a little bit about how to treat other people from this song. We'll be right back. Tom Van.
What
It is me, God.
No.
You have died.
No, come on.
I don't know where I was going with that. But I had this idea that God has killed you.
Okay, he killed me.
God has smited you.
Okay.
You are not needed because your wife is going to now get married to Bart Merrick.
Okay.
And live happily ever after as a realtor couple.
A power couple?
A power couple.
He's married, so I don't,
I'm working on that part. Part 2, God comes in and has like a real heavy sit down with you guys.
I'm sure Bart's like, why'd you, I don't think get married to Crystal, and why would you put that in my...
Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Do you want me to lie? I have no lie for this. I just sat there. It's like, okay, we got to do a commercial. Oh, let me try and think about something that would be funny. I'll be God. I'll kill Tom. Crystal marries Bart Merrick. They become the Bart Merrick team in real life. And then they can do a lot more good than just helping you buy or sell a home.
People are still buying and selling houses right now. I know that
the lady next to me, my neighbors Stu and Sue, the people next door just moved in.
Yeah.
They just got a heck of a deal on that place.
The market's holding steady, and in fact, people are wanting to move to Florida. People are leaving cities. Now, this is not coming from Bart. This is just my own opinion.
This is from Realtor Tom.
Bart, don't give your opinion. You don't know.
Tom, it's gone again.
I'll tell you about the real estate market. I have no idea. But I read some article that people don't want to live in cities for obvious reasons, and it makes sense that they will move to Florida.
Well, hey, I'd move here because I love it
live
here.
in suburbs, the more spread apart.
I live here. I love Florida. But if you're buying or selling a home, we know that, especially at this time, your anxiety's high. You might be concerned or scared or whatever. But I promise you this.
Yeah.
If you get a hold of Bart, you get a hold of Crystal. They're going to put you at ease, and they're going to take extremely, extremely good care of you. Like, of course, Crystal is going to mommy you.
They already have experience working in this environment, and a lot of other realtors that are part-time and that do this occasionally don't. And that's what you're getting with Bart and Crystal. You're getting years of experience, hundreds upon hundreds of houses sold, especially to BDMs and Tom and Dan listeners, to other people as well. So they just have an insane amount of experience. And that's what they're going to bring to the table. Plus, they're a team, so you're getting 2 realtors working with you, which is always going to be better.
At all
Plus,
times.
Bart takes that HDR photography of your house if you're looking to sell it himself, and the pictures are unbelievable. Check his website out, bartmerrick.com.
Super nice.
It'll show you the pictures, and you'll know by looking through the MLS, by seeing other realtors taking pictures with their cell phone.
If they even have pictures.
Yeah, how much of a garbage pictures they are. That's the pictures that people look at to sell your house. They're not going to do that.
No.
It's going to be super professional. They're going to get you the best possible price. And like I said, right now, home values are holding steady, and people are buying and selling and it's starting to pick up right now. So if you're looking to do it during the summer, before school may or may not start, now's the time to do it. It's Bart Merrick. It's the Bart Merrick team, Bart Merrick and Crystal Van. You can check them out at bartmerrick.com or barttherealtor.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, Butler, Seth are all here. Let's jump into it now. When I don't play this correctly, you guys get mad, so here.
But the Russian won't call him back, and we all forgot about that fight. Just more proof alone you're gonna die. From fighting in the UFC to reading news to you and me, you could say he wears a lot of hats, but we'll just focus on his eyes. So hippo people, get on your hooves and put them together for you know who. As if you narps don't have a clue. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. Narps.
Douche Bro News.
News today brought to you by Sugar Works Distillery in New Smyrna Beach. Go check out Sugar Works Distillery. They've got a variety of whiskeys, rums. They got some New Smyrna Shine. And soon we're going to have a little Tom and Dan whiskey pack for you, which will include a Sugar Works whiskey with hand sanitizer and
Oh my God.
and custom shot glass. But we'll announce that when it's out. But it should be within the next week.
I like that Kalalissa Creek whiskey is is fantastic.
So what do we got first, though?
Did you guys? I don't know if you guys have talked about the Disney opening and stuff like that.
Yep.
They announced. Yes.
We didn't really go. I mean, we didn't go.
We didn't talk about it. No,
Okay,
sorry.
We know, but
I want to start with a little bit of local stuff, but also huge national because everyone likes to talk about it. So guests will need a reservation.
Yeah,
to attend Disney theme parks, which is kind of,
this is going to be hell on earth.
Disney World announced on Wednesday that they are planning to reopen mid-July, and guests should expect some major changes. In order to control capacity, the company says guests will be required to make a reservation if they want to attend any of the 4 theme parks. Disney presented the reopening plans to the Orange County Task Force on Wednesday, which were approved the same day. To put the plans in motion, Governor DeSantis needs to give his final approval, which it should be approved.
Yeah, it looks
They're
like
definitely going to.
I mean, they did it for Universal. They did it for Disney.
But how crazy would that is?
Well, it's going to be a shit show.
Reservation?
Number one, because we've seen how when they have new rides now, they're doing like the reservation process, which is always a shit show.
Yeah.
Then I'm wondering how, if you are like myself and Dan, annual pass holders, what if you can't get a reservation? I'm still going to pay my monthly fucking fee and I can't get in? That's crazy.
They're going to deal with a lot of
problems.
It's not only that, but so among other requirements, they can expect mandatory face masks, temperature checks, and social distancing. How I understand the face masks and the temperature checks because we're doing that at our gym, but how the hell are you going to keep people social?
That will
walking
be
around
in the lines.
Oh, just in the lines.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say when people walking around
Can't really do anything about that.
I don't know.
But with limited capacity, I mean.
Oh, yeah, it'll be easier.
Right.
I'm trying to handle this with kid gloves as far as my family goes because, look, I love Disney. I like going to the parks. I don't like going as much as my wife and daughter do. I know it's not it doesn't really affect you. You're not a fan.
Yeah, I actually hate it.
Yeah, and Samantha, I feel bad for because I know how much she loves it. I think Butler's kind of indifferent. You're probably a little indifferent.
If I'm going for a girl, then that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it though. I really do enjoy going out there. But let's be honest, I enjoy it mainly because my daughter really enjoys it. So it does bother me and make me sad that this whole entire experience that I was able to do in probably its true form is now getting... I feel lucky that Maisie was able to go without a mask, but I feel bad now that the whole entire idea of what you're doing when you go there is being kind of... it's like a 180, I mean, the whole idea was going to a place where you're safe and there's freedom. Now you're going to like this place where, you're having to, wear a mask all day. And if you ask me, my vote with my wife will probably be not to renew because I don't think I want to spend the money to wear a mask for 10 hours a day. I'm just not going to do that.
Well, what I found bizarre, and I guess it's just basic human psychology, where you'll do things one way and then you'll, for instance, like I've heard a lot of people talk about, like, I can't wait till the parks open up. I'll be there. I want to, but it's the same people that are ultra freaked out and careful about not getting COVID, and like to the point where they are, mask crazy wherever they go, and like, but the same people can't wait to go to the theme park, and I'm like, that's a weird dichotomy. Like, you're so safe in this, and you can't wait to get back around a bunch of people. Like, well,
it's
all day.
But you got to look at it from what they're really saying. They're not saying I'm looking forward to the headache. They're looking forward to the nostalgia of something they love.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not applying what the new rules mean to them on that.
I'm the only thing I was like, you're so safe in one regard, but you're willing to.
My fear would override any sort of nostalgic want to feel any.
For a lot of people, it would.
Well, I know. Like,
when are you planning on?
I don't know.
That?
I'm going to give it a beat. I'm not going to go as soon as they open back up. Plus, it's opening mid-July. It's going to be hot as hell anyway. And I have blackout dates in the summer anyway. So
that's another month and a half away. So who knows how things will change.
But we used to like to go to the water parks. I mean,
I want to do that during the summer for sure.
When will they be open?
Well, that's. I think that's safer. To be honest,
it probably
kills
is.
This crap.
It is, and less people go there.
True.
So I don't know, man. The whole
you're
thing.
Standing in line. I mean, I guess they'll make it 6. Everybody stands 6 foot apart. This is like.
Well, I never stand in line when I go to the water parks. I usually just go to a pool and then I just sit in a chair. I mean,
you're one of those.
Fuck your slides.
An old man.
He is an old man.
No, I like the slides.
Come to my house and do that.
I like the slides, but I've done all the slides. Like I'll let Maisie do it. I mean, like I'm okay just listening to reggae, getting higher and chong.
Are you like me and you think you're going to suffocate in there? Because I do.
What?
Like in a tube slides that are closed off, I get freaked out.
Yeah, see, you're a little higher level. You're a black belt, and I'm a brown belt. I'm trying to speak your language.
Again, it's all subjective. Everybody's different.
We all like what we liked,
but,
and
I think isn't Disney's built on? I mean, that's the whole thing of why there's trash can everything's strategically placed, everything's hidden so that you walk into this fantasy land that and that's
it's supposed to be like a fun fantasy land that Walt Disney originally had built, I believe, for his daughter.
They built it in that regard so that and it's worked.
I'll also say, like, I trust Disney a little bit more than other companies that have reopened, just because they were one of the first companies to shut down. They're also coming out, like, they're coming back later than everybody else. They've sanitized like, they're pretty good at safety.
They got too much.
So did the jungle.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was a little surprised at the size because, well, like, let's be honest, the jungle, like, it's not like you guys are a theme park. I mean, you know how to clean that place top in and top out and get it up and running. I was a little surprised at the timeline Universal threw out there. I thought it was extremely advantageous and quick.
They're opening, next week?
Next week.
So, so is SeaWorld next week.
Yeah, I thought that was fast. Now, good on them. If they got it all taken care of, then good on you. But, man, I can't see... I just can't see myself, I mean, if I'm just being real with anything, like I just try to adhere to what I think is the safest and easiest thing to do. I'm not scared. I'm not worried that I have anything, but I'm just trying to I don't know.
I'll find out next week. I'll
Wait it out.
let you guys know when I know.
Oh yeah,
Hey guys, just so you know, I'm not cornering Felicia.
No, I had an appointment to get mine done, and then when I saw the
you don't need an appointment. Orange County, you can just drive. There's so many.
No, I mean like to get the antibody test. I had the appointment for the antibody test, and when I read the statistics of where it, like how the probability of it being correct, I was like,
that's why I'm mad that I
sleep
got
in a little bit.
But going back to like the whole point of Disney is to basically create this fantasy land to make everybody feel like, oh, it's the happiest place on earth.
But like places like Shanghai Disney, like it's pretty normal to wear a face mask.
Of course, yeah, but they're used to it. But
it's their culture. Yeah.
What I'm saying is that then now you go back to this, and everybody is wearing masks, and like it's not what it was and what you fell in love with. So I can't imagine it would be worth going back there under these circumstances if that's what you're looking for. It's a different thing, right?
In the fall, when I'll probably end up going back, I won't mind wearing a mask. Like, it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it wouldn't be the same thing that you're craving.
No,
right?
I know what you mean.
It's a different experience.
It would be different.
I will rip my face mask off to cram a turkey leg in my mouth.
See, like Samantha, I think Samantha and I are different on that. Like she's saying that if, like in the fall, if it's the same, she'll wear a mask, no big deal. See, I won't. Mm-hmm. I just won't go.
Yeah.
You know, if Andrea and Maisie want to do that, I guess. I mean, that's them.
And there's going to be people bitching about it, but it's like, well, those are the rules. So if you don't want to wear a mask, then you're not allowed to go.
Yeah, and I adhere to that. Like, look, I wouldn't want. I'm not a rule breaker. You know, like I either I'm going to go there and wear the mask, or I'm not going to go.
To me, it's just not worth. But again, it's
and I bet a lot of people will ask for refunds because they refuse to wear a mask. And they're like an annual pass holder. They're probably going to have to issue a lot of refunds for that too.
I'm sure.
And then you got your
on top of the reservation nightmare situation.
Well, that's what that's my point. Is I'm not going to have Maisie go out there and wear a mask the entire time when we could just go do something around here
in the hot as fuck summer.
That's to say the kids can you imagine them crying and complaining you're going to be hearing?
I am not joking. If someone offered me, I'm trying to figure out the amount of money it would take to take me and my family to Disney World. But first, I hate it to begin with because I hate crowds. I hate people. The rides to me aren't as fun to justify hundreds of dollars.
I get it.
Anyway, but I get it. But I think if someone offered me $2,500 to go out to Disney for the whole day, wear masks, the whole thing, I don't think I'd do it. I think it would have to be like $5,000 or over. Then I may be like, that's a couple one wheels, some gambling money. I'd do it. But like that's how miserable it sounds to me. Like I'm just trying to put it into a monetary form. Like it's like hot as fuck. Like you're standing there, everybody's like, I imagine scared of everybody. Like standing there, you see the fear. I see the fear in people's eyes at the grocery store. Yeah, people are scared out of their minds. Like this is a fucking weird and not pleasant experience.
Yeah,
that's not their fault.
Well, no, the other thing I thought about too is like, okay, they say that they're going to open the water parks. Okay, am I going to need a waterproof mask?
No, that's absurd.
Am I waterboarding yourself?
I'm not going to go to... Okay, here's a Dan Dennis promise, and I swear him on my life.
Waterboarding yourself.
I will not go down a water slide wearing a mask, and this is for the person I love the most, my daughter. And if Maisie begged on her knees for me to get on a water slide, wear that mask... that's going to be a fucking hard no to tell her.
They're going to issue all those big masks with a snorkel that comes up to the top of the head. Everyone's got to wear those.
I have one.
I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see where it goes.
And it's funny you say how much money it would take because I did that. The calculations in my head to go on a plane to corner Felicia, and I'm scared shitless to get on a plane. First of all, second of all, in the COVID-infested coffin that I might be flying in.
No, cleaner than ever now, dude.
I'm like, okay, what would it take for me to actually do this? And
that plane is cleaner than it's ever been. It's like flying after 9/11. No bombs here.
I care about the people that are going to be on the plane with me, that are going to be recycling that air in there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm having my big ass mask on whole time.
Please post a picture in the group.
I will. So they're going to make fun of me. But the money was worth it. So
whatever that money was is how much money it is. That's how it works. That's how the world works. There's a price.
It's sad. It's sad because I don't need it, but that's my outdoor kitchen.
How this Disney thing shakes out.
Oh, the Disney thing is going to be weird. It is. The Universal Disney theme park shit. It's going to be weird, and we'll see where it lands. I feel bad for all my friends that are like. I mean, we all have very good friends that are performers, creative directors, workers. People that like this is their life, and it's scary to me. It is extremely scary to me. So,
well, them being out of work or the
that's what I'm scared. I'm not scared about them really getting it or anything because I think we all know that if you take the precautions and you stay and do what you're supposed to do, you're probably going to be fine. Yeah, you're probably going to be fine. But be smart and be safe. But I do worry financially about,
of course,
what's going to happen with it.
People got to make a living. What else?
This next story intrigued me on many different levels. You guys know I've been watching I'm watching Full House, like the whole thing and stuff like that. So I'm like,
no, I did not know that.
Oh, I thought
the original.
I said that. Yeah, the original.
Okay.
No, I watched the reboot after the original. I watched all the originals, all 8 seasons. Of the original.
How did it hold up?
Not that good, but it was nostalgic and I loved it. So I just sat there
just made you feel good.
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes every night because they're like 22 minutes long.
And what do you do while you're watching it? You just kind of like taking it in, or are you like smoking weed, or
fingering my girl and watching?
Ew! While you're watching the Olsen twins?
I think that's
all right. We gotta shut the show down.
I think we gotta go. That was so fucking nonchalant. My God, I'm rattled. I am fucking rattled right now.
He's dropping everything over there.
I just wanted to be. I just want to say something weird.
Rattled right now.
That moved the timetable up for her leaving you.
Wow.
I thought the mole foot was bad, but the old my boyfriend likes to finger me while I watch his old shows.
No, Full House.
No, but she don't even. That was before. That came out before she was born.
What are you doing? Are you doing this and you going cut?
I was doing that. Okay, no, that was a joke, obviously.
They want that
anyway. Oliver Sarkozy moved his.
You'll never catch me.
Freaked me out. Sarkozy
Full House joke.
He moved his the woodchuck guy. Yeah, his puppet. He moved his ex-wife into the home amid the Mary-Kate Olsen. You guys know that Mary-Kate Olsen is splitting from.
She wanted an emergency divorce.
Yes. So her and her husband Oliver Sarkozy split as he moved his ex-wife into their Hamptons mansion to protect her and their kids from the pandemic. Multiple sources confirmed. She officially filed for divorce when New York courts opened that Monday. But then sources say, I'm sorry, guys, but sources exclusively told Page 6.
It's like a Butler toast.
Yeah, I know. I was reading 2 paragraphs at once. They were married for 5 years, split in April as Sarkozy moved his ex-wife, Charlotte Bernard, and their 2 children and his mother from New York City into their 5-bedroom, 4,000 square foot Bridgehampton mansion he shared with Olsen. So, but I mean, I kind of understand why he would move. He's worried about his family. She agreed to marry him, like with knowing that he has an ex and a family.
You have a past, you have a family, and people. I think people should understand that.
She's got multiple houses, right? It's not like this is your own. Like,
you can go someplace else.
I know when people hear this, they're like, "Oh my God, I couldn't imagine my husband moving his ex-wife and his mom and then his his kids into my But you're thinking of an 1,100 foot or 1,100 square foot house. Like how miserable when you got a 4,000 square foot mansion, which is probably just one of your houses.
He probably has
you got options.
You got stuff to do.
Yeah. You got your New York apartment. You got your fucking other Hamptons house. These people are 100 millionaires,
mega rich.
No,
she said
are billionaires.
She said maybe French people culturally have a different view of marriage, and while Mary-Kate loves his children, it was too much to have his ex-wife living with them during the pandemic.
I can see that too.
Yeah. So,
there was some situation too where she was
worried about her property,
right? Like he was trying to ruin or throw out her property.
Yeah, but first of all, I said this from the beginning when I was a little kid watching Full House. Like those 2 twins are going to grow up mega fucked up because like what they had to do to like be actors and literally kissing on like the older like. It was like really like they were like all over her, kissing her, like doing all sorts of like weird. I got uncomfortable watching. It's like, oh, this is
really?
Like a lot. I swear to God, I was like, oh wow, that's like a lot. Like, and then
they're pretending like it's their daughter.
I know, but it's just a lot.
I didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah, but then to grow up, I'm like, she's gonna be they're gonna be strippers, they're gonna be porn stars, something like that later in life. But then
and they're billionaires.
But then which is fine, which is great. But they're married to like people that are like 40 years older than them, and I just saw that coming because that's what they saw
describing your girlfriend.
No, wait. What I'm saying is psychologically, her coming up as an actress, being that young, having these old guys kiss on her, do all these things.
Made her fall in love with an older guy.
Right. Fuck yeah, that's exactly
okay, like, I don't want to blow that one out of the sky because I think there might be a little
100%.
something to.
And the other one too, married.
But if they are growing up with it as a doting thing as a kid, like plenty of people have kids where it's not their blood relative, that it's like their friends that hug and kiss their kids.
But this is like, I think
job every single day.
Yeah, and they
like
started as like babies.
Yeah.
I think
that's all they saw.
So what you're saying is, as they grew up seeing these like older men, then that's a comforting thing to you. You fall in love with an older man, and then okay, all right,
that's 100%.
I don't think it's far fetched.
I'm using my bachelor's in science and psychology. I'm pulling my card.
But it's pretty common for a woman to marry older.
Of course, I'm not saying that's not common. I'm just saying in this instance, I could almost guarantee that's why.
What's the other twin man? Is she married to someone her age?
Another older guy. Yeah, old wrinkly bald guy.
Also, they're both rich too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like the guys are, right?
Well, rich people typically hang out with rich people.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
So it kind of makes sense that and also they're probably more mature for their age. If you think about it, like
that's what I was thinking.
That's the Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. They've been actresses. I mean, literally, they've been working since they were
longer than they've been alive.
Yeah,
like it's like not been alive, but longer than they've been adults. I mean, like they have been. Like superstars in the limelight for like, what are they? How old are they? Nearing 40?
They're 34. They're my age.
Okay, so 34. Yeah, for
like they're a little bit younger. I'd hit her up on Twitter.
And they built their business in their 20s, so probably they're just ultra mature, and then maybe have more in common with older men. And then guys.
I can see that too.
Ashley Olsen's no longer married, but she was married to a guy that was only like 9 years older than her. So it's not that.
That's not
9. That's like I don't.
That's like you.
No, I wear 7. Fuck you. It's might as well be 9.
Again, I still don't
Andrea
understand
looks really young.
How they built the business worth that much more, but I'll never understand it.
Just because I don't see their stuff. Like I guess I don't have little young girls like that buy their stuff. I guess, but do people buy their stuff that much?
Was it because of them, or is it because they just had quality products? That's what I
don't think it's quality.
Did they use their own marketing? Because it doesn't seem
some
like
of them are actually decent fashion houses, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Because it doesn't. I've never heard of any parent or anybody say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen."
No. It's not. It's not like that. It's high end. It's you're thinking.
Oh yeah, now they're like boutique
They're
stuff.
not using their celebrity to sell their bullshit.
Yeah, but their brands are like, think fashion house. Don't think like JoJo Siwa.
Although they did have that when they were kids.
Yeah.
Which all the kids asked for from their parents, but now they do
which earn them enough money to go legit and then be like an actual adult brand. I think that's exactly what they did. What Sam's saying is I think they started as Mary Kate and Ashley, then I think they probably did the kid thing, Tiger Beat movie. They did all those movies, remember? They're accumulating money, and then the next logical step for them is legitimate fashion, start a design house, and then I think they've gravitated that way.
And that's probably why she met this French like rich dude and design world, and
it's called The Row. That's the one.
Okay, so you probably have no idea, or nowadays people buying that.
Yeah, because it's not like Jessica Simpson's label, which is Jessica Simpson. It's her name. It's they have. It's a whole different line of clothing.
It's more legitimate.
Yeah, and it's like menswear, ladies wear.
They got everything.
Ready to wear. Then obviously they'll have couture, which is the stuff that isn't that you can buy. Yeah, I'm looking at their website now.
$1,500 shoes.
Oh, these shoes are like it looks like it's just a basic boot.
I could buy them.
They're great, but they're like basic men's loafer.
$1,500 Austin Power shoes.
It's the hippie look, man.
Right? That's the shoes Austin Powers
I love this tie.
A plain black tie.
I mean, look at this tie. I love this tie, but it's a $260 tie.
That's absurd.
It's like a Kanye West scenario.
It's made from a virgin spider.
Yeah, but it's probably made of like really high-end material that you can only source it a certain way. It's been designed like it's probably really well made, and the price you're going to pay it.
Yeah, and
here's a $625 leather belt.
You're paying for the brand, right? You're paying.
Well, you are and you aren't. You know,
they
like
massaged this cow, and it was Kobe, and it's the best.
There's no way that belt is that much better than a $75 belt, a leather belt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, here is a pair of sweatpants for $1,100.
Woo!
Here is a sweatshirt for $1,500. Slides.
You ever get to the register when you don't realize how expensive something is? I've done this in Vegas.
It's a fucking hell no.
You realize how expensive it is,
$5
and you just be embarrassed and buy it anyway.
I
did.
I looked at the
got
price.
right on so bad.
No, I've actually been the guy that said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to put a few things back, and can we put this on 2 cards?"
I was just like,
guy.
because he knew I was
always
a
look
fighter.
at the price
I
tag.
guess I had to act like a baller, and I brought it there, and he's like all being cool with me, showing me stuff. I'm like, oh, I like the sweater. It's a cool sweater. Went up. He's like $820. Something like, so here's the 800s. I'm like, oh, okay, and I just didn't blink an eye. I just fucking did it. I got out. I was like, fuck! And Tom Roller's with me. He's like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. He's like, why the fuck? A fucking sweater. It looked like a normal, everyday blue sweater. Like
You bought a $850 blue sweater.
blue fucking sweater. I think I do. No. I fucking shrunk it after the first time I wore it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't supposed to dry it. I didn't know. I stuck in the dryer. It was literally.
So there's this thing called labels.
cut up.
Give it to
And
me.
some of them tell you the
Joe, give it to
price, and
Max.
some of them tell you
I was so pissed
how to
when I did
maintain
it.
them.
I got it out. I was like, can this stretch out? Can this stretch out? And like, no, it won't stretch out. Whoever I was with at the time. I don't remember who I was.
Did you throw it away?
I don't remember what I did to it. I think I gave it to somebody, and then they said they threw it away because it wouldn't even fit them.
I put it on one of my turtles, bro, and then I kicked him over my fence.
I'm so mad.
What's worse about it is that you know that it's expensive for nothing. Like it's the price tag.
But that guy will think I'm cool. Until this day.
Great.
Yeah,
You'll never see him again in
The
your
sales
life.
guy, he forgot 1 minute.
All I
after
care
you
is who I
walked
touch in this world and what they think of me. That's all I care. Because that's all I'll have left when I die.
out. But don't forget,
Not all the time. They still might tell somebody, hey, that silverback guy knocked Kimbo out. He just bought that sweater.
Nobody is saying that. That goes through your head.
How
Oh my
long?
God, I feel really sad
Okay,
for
think
you.
about. I know you've thought about this. How long do you think you'll be remembered?
Well, the only reason.
How many generations? Like,
That's
I
Zero.
think we're past that. I think we're past that.
if I have kids, I want to. That's why I want to do a portrait of myself, like really, really bad. My name on it, and then to pass it. I hope that gets passed.
I got a
down.
guy.
pass to who?
I don't fucking know if I ever have kids. Maybe your kids. I'll just tell them I was your uncle. Here's your Uncle Seth.
Here we
dude.
go, Tommy.
You never met him.
This guy used to make fun of you for wearing glasses. He'd bully you when you were 3.
Yeah, he can draw a mustache on my portrait.
I like pee-pee on the portrait.
I don't know. I figured since I was part of the UFC and on the season of Ultimate Fighter, maybe, and like part of the a big fight, the most watched fight still, the Kimbo fight, that might last maybe 2 generations.
So that's pretty advantageous.
Really?
2 generations? Because think about all of our listeners that listen to you. Like, let's say in 50 years, right? We'll be either dead or close to dead. So then in 100 years, most everybody who has ever known you and watched you or whatever will be dead. Yeah. So then you got to hope that maybe someone
they might look in the archives of UFC back in the day, like fights that
people like that. That's real popular right now.
Then there's
Going
some
back
UFC
and finding
nerds.
the old football games, old.
I have watched a few old UFC.
Or old podcasts.
I'll give it 150 years. Nobody will remember you.
Yeah,
I won't give him that long.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well,
That's too much.
That's
saying,
a long time.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying no one at all, any human, will ever have any.
Hey,
because Seth's right. There will be the UFC nerds that go research the shit and then be like, "Oh, there's this guy Seth. This was a big
That's
thing."
why I got to do something again in this world.
I mean,
but they'll be dead in 100.
Here's a quick
Before I
question.
die, I'm
It
doing
kind of
something
came
big.
up in the chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Does Seth know? Because I feel like we were dabbling in this rather, and then like COVID took over, and then it kind of like just became like this internal joke or thing that we talked about in here. But does Seth know about the infamous soapy butt?
No.
No.
My wife has a
the picture. Yeah, we talked. I was here when we talked about that.
I wanted to make sure. Have you seen it?
No, I think you were going to. No, you didn't show me. I think
He hasn't shown
I think
any
we were
of
going to
us.
trade
Seth's
picks.
never been
None
over
of
my
us have
house.
seen.
Oh no,
we were
going to trade
Oh,
picks.
yeah.
Not
Tradesies. I'll
Still
trade you
down,
pics
bro.
of my husband's ass.
I don't want that.
I wanna see
It's
your-
nice.
I don't see your husband.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I'll look
It's like
at
two
it
bow buns.
if you showed it to me.
But smooth,
But,
white,
uh,
really smooth,
Yeah.
and like a little doughy moist. I want to put some shrimp in your ass.
You're sending it to me?
Eat you good.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, I was like, he's sending it.
I'd have to go
Put a
secretly
little bit
take
of
it.
spicy
I got some good
Korean
pictures.
mayonnaise in there and get it.
Well, how good are yours? I got some other.
I've seen his girlfriends on Instagram.
Tracy just texted me. She said, "Show him anything you want."
Oh, really?
All right.
But you're right. There's a lot of free stuff I can get on Instagram. That's pretty.
Yeah.
What are we
No,
talking
got some
but I
bikini
know.
over
How many of those girls have my penis in their mouth?
I'm sorry? What?
My God! Don't
No.
trade,
I'm
Don't
talking
trade
about
for
your own
anything unless
girlfriend.
you get the
I
Echo
know.
Canyon.
So, like,
Oh, I
want-
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh no, way better than that. You can't post the stuff.
No, you got to do full-on speculum, wide open Echo Canyon. Like you just see black in there. It's like I don't even know what's. Is there anything behind there? Is there nothing in there? There might be a bear in there.
all right, we'll talk.
Oh, I could just
Speaking
text
of bears.
Crystal and be like, "Hey, send me an ass pic real fast."
Oh, she'll send it to you. I bet. Don't text.
She won't do it.
Somebody's got somebody's got wet mouth. I can hear it. Is it you?
Well, Butler just told us during the break that he spray spit on his wife when he yawned, so I'm guessing it's him.
Why do you spit on your wife?
I don't mean to. It's a
Me too, as you say.
old man gleeking. I don't know. I yawn and I gleek like a fucking cobra. Like it's.
I don't think I can still
Don't do that now. Not now.
Not now.
I've never been able to do that.
Well, but now would be the worst thing you can do.
Right, of course.
There was some bully. I have very little memory of being a child, but and I was in middle school, I think in 6th grade, I was sitting there, and there was like this bully that he was way older than everybody.
Ian
he was
Rubadoo.
He failed a couple times.
Yeah. Some dodo.
Wasn't me.
He was like, I think he was like 16 in middle school, and he was just sitting there, and I remember seeing, and he could do that gleeking thing where his mouth was open, and he was
can't do it anymore.
I never could do it.
And you can't feel it. My friend, he says, gleek on Kathleen all day.
That's what he'd do. He was squirting it on this nerd, and then sit in front of him,
you would do.
and he just gleek all over his back.
Fucking asshole.
And I remember seeing it, and I'm like, and then thinking, I'm glad it's not me.
But you didn't do anything.
Better
about
him
it.
than me.
But
Yeah,
you
you
didn't do
just
anything.
sang-
But we
What do you
have
do?
that problem in this nation right now with black men being killed, and you guys are none of you are doing anything.
Well, if the cop was gleeking on
I
him, I
asked
might have
Justin
done
to
it.
show me how. Like,
It was some bully doing gleeking on a nerd, and I was like, I'm glad it's not me.
See, I let the girls know that I was doing it to him.
I remember there was this girl in my class. This
Oh
is
no,
when,
here we go back to I
this
remember
is-
in
I love
middle
these.
school.
This is when girls used to wear rolled up boxer shorts. They'd wear like
Yes,
not
yes.
only boxer shorts, but they'd roll up
Familiar.
the edges of them to come up on their thighs a little bit. There was this girl, Renee, who had the most amazing body in the world, but she had a long nose like Steve Martin did in Roxanne. And-
It's a big one.
and just seeing her sit in front of me, and then when she would get up, I'd look down, and you could see like the moisture tracks between, and I'd be like, I know what's in there. That's the good stuff.
Want to do the last story?
Yeah.
No.
So do you have
Thank
the,
you, grossed
well, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
it's
I got the video. Yeah.
I have a couple of those, but we'll do those next time. Okay, so watch this brown bear follow a young boy down a mountain.
All
in a
right,
video.
here I got.
That's a young boy.
I purposely didn't watch this video. I saw the clip
pretty
on
interesting.
Facebook.
So it's his 12-year-old Alessandro Franzoi and his family were picnicking in northern Italy when an uninvited guest decided to join them.
All
a
right.
large brown bear.
There he goes.
This is how dumb I
And now
am.
listen to the mom at the end.
Sì, la sto facendo, vieni.
So he's walking super slow, and there's
'Cause he's a smart
gigantic
kid.
fucking
Yeah.
grizzly bear.
The dad's smart. The
Oh
boy's
my
smart.
God.
But then listen to the mom.
Well, yeah, because the fucking bear's stalking
Doesn't
this
matter,
kid.
But she should know to shut her mouth. Like, the kid's smart and he's doing the right thing. The dad is.
I'm pretty sure
Lui fa I cavoli
they don't
suoi.
tell you to slowly walk away.
Yeah,
you're supposed to
not-
like
sprint for your life.
You're supposed to turn around and put your dukes up.
you make yourself look
Terrifying.
big, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, look up. He's like 5 times his size.
Guarda che il ven.
I like how the dad is backing up too, instead of fucking protecting. Like I would
See the kids telling the mom to be quiet.
Oh, that's a real ass Italian kid.
Yeah.
Real man Italian.
Real man.
Yeah, he's definitely a real man Italian kid.
Here's the thing. This is probably the dumbest thing because apparently they're fine, right? The bear ran away. Or they all
he ate the kid.
At the end of the video,
All
he
they did was find the
destroyed
camera.
him. They sat down together and had a bowl of spaghetti.
Because there's no way in hell if that was happening, I would run towards the bear and sacrifice myself so that...
That's why no one's going to remember you in 150 years.
What if it just mauled you, then went after your children?
Well, I would hope that while it's killing me, that my Crystal and the boys will be running for their lives.
She would be sending butt pics to me.
And then I know what Tommy would be with your mom. They're running for, I'm assuming you have like some sort of minivan or truck, and then Max would be filming it and we'd go, World Star! Loud as fuck.
But I would not have the resolve to stand there and be
Hell no.
Hey, slowly walk towards me. Don't.
But I think people think you would just on your demeanor, and we were talking about this on the OG thing.
Stiff running.
No, but we taped this morning, like he's calm, and we were just talking about like the calm, the rational, the logical way of looking at something, but it is extremely hard.
That's the life or death
to maintain that. Yeah.
Now, when you told me that Seth was wanting to talk about this to find the video, I thought it was a fucking cub. Like, I thought it was a little brown bear cub. That is a giant ass bear.
That's an 800-pound grizzly
bear. And it's one thing if it's a black bear, a little different. But this is not a black bear. This is one of those grizzly killing machines.
Again, this is how dumb I am. I didn't even know that brown bears or grizzly bears lived in Italy. Like, that's how stupid I am.
You're racist.
I thought all that hair there was ravioli monster.
I honestly didn't know. I was like,
look at that! Look at that over there. That's a
Appalachian. The mountains go.
That's a breadstick.
It's right up the freaking.
I had no idea. I never associated grizzly bears living in Italy, like in the mountains of Italy.
They come down from Russia, and they're like Russian.
They're different though. They are a little different than the ones we have here. Their brown bears are like.
But
hey, it's a bear.
Again, I couldn't imagine just like slowly walk towards me, and then that fucking thing. I mean, because
it does lunge at one point.
Oh, you've seen the videos of like grizzly bear attacks. They can run like 40 miles an hour or whatever. Like, in sprints.
They're killing machines.
Yeah.
They're made to kill prey.
Would you try to? You're supposed to play dead when it fucks with you, but would you have that in you to just play dead?
I don't know, man.
I think I could play dead better than I could make myself big. What the fuck?
But
am
I think
gonna
if
do?
I felt them out by me,
the grizzly bear's like, you're still not big, bro. I'm going to eat the fuck
If I
out
could
of
feel
you.
an eyeball, I'm pulling an eyeball out.
Dude, there is. Oh, you'll never get to it. It'll be.
If the
squishing your
mouth
head.
is here,
Too strong. No, too strong. It'll be.
I'll use my karate. It will work.
Oh, please set up a fight between Seth and a grizzly bear.
Karate and the bear.
I love animals too much, but I guarantee get a same weight bear as me, and I'll knock it out.
Well, no, that's a baby cub. Like
no, 210. That's probably like a low-level team.
No, that's a small. Yeah. It has no idea, and it'll still.
The chat room is throwing out some other things. Moose. How about a moose?
With what?
Fight a moose?
No, moose.
Well, that's easy.
Moose will fuck you
grab
up
it by the antenna and you
Dude, they're like 8 feet tall.
Okay, so Seth, just to clarify, said grab it by the antenna. And then you got to moose it.
No, you knee it to the face. It's got such a long snout to be.
Dude,
you'd never reach their antennas.
Yeah, a full-grown moose is like.
Right there.
It weighs like
I know how to do knees.
CRX.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
it's
car.
like 1,500 pounds or so.
Yeah,
it's like an
and the weight's
insane
all
amount.
its body. You have the neck and the head where it's pretty heavy and it's off balance.
Hey, let me help you guys and put things into perspective because it's something we all know.
Yeah.
My Honda Ruckus that I bought at Seminole Power Sports, when it's low on gas, it weighs 160 pounds.
Yeah.
That's how light it is. It's nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like size-wise.
Yeah.
So think about and then my car. I've got a tiny car.
Yeah, but
I
car's like 2,100 pounds.
Yeah,
or some shit.
I bet a moose is just a little less
Look up.
A male moose is between 840 and 1,500 pounds.
I said that. I nailed it.
That's not that big.
A female is 440 to 700.
Oh, I'll fuck a female up.
And they're 7 foot tall, dude.
I'm 6 foot. The horn, and they measure by the horns.
Moose fight.
Oh, I would never do it. I feel bad for a moose.
I can't wait till that moose.
A kangaroo.
Oh, and he's using his big busey teeth to bite your dick off.
The only thing I'd worry about is its head swinging. Like, the only thing. They're not even sharp.
And you got to fight it nude because the moose is nude.
Well, that's a good point.
Unless you want me to put the MMA shorts on the moose and take a while.
A moose
I'll cut a tail hole.
An adult moose can run as fast as 35 miles per hour.
Oh my God,
that's pretty fast for a big ass moose. Yeah, that's fast.
Well, we're not sprinting here. We're going to be.
It's going to charge you, dude.
You ever seen a moose?
I can grab the horn. I'm telling you.
I don't like watching that.
Yeah,
it's violent.
They ram each other with their antlers hard. It's like, boom! I think a moose would fuck you up.
Plus, if it feels the same to kick a moose in the nuts as it does a man, I would kick it. I would somehow reach its nuts.
I don't think it would bother it. I think you couldn't even, if you punched the moose as hard as you could, it
wouldn't even affect it.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it
would
would affect it.
repeatedly knee it in its head until it did something back off. Or went down to its two front, whatever those things are called.
Look at a moose running.
You ever seen that camel bite that dude in the Middle East and pick his head up and throw it? Because it was whipping it all
That was a little Middle Eastern guy. He's like 100 pounds.
Yeah, but it happened fast. And I was like, oh, it bit his head.
I got a moose.
My reaction speeds.
Here's a moose fight.
And a camel is just an antlerless moose.
Yeah.
Here, I got some moose fights on.
Right, yeah, let's watch this.
Here's two.
Look at that big ass thing.
It's
getting low.
Yeah, look how low he gets. So I can just grab it by those horns.
Yeah, but it would lift you up easily.
Oh, they're squaring off.
It's that much of a...
This is beautiful footage, by the way.
It is very nice. The colors, right?
Yeah.
I think you'd be trying to knee it, but it would use his neck muscles.
It has no aggression at all. Like it's
he's waiting. He's waiting. It's a waiting game.
Nonchalantly touching tips of the horns.
A moose will stomp you to fucking death, dude.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at him pawing.
I think
So people that are camping in tents and shit, they will stomp the shit out of you.
Narps.
I do. I do agree that I saw Seth.
Moose got a big old dick. I saw that.
Listen, if Seth can kick a baseball bat in half, he could kick a moose's leg.
Look at its leg.
dude.
I would totally crack a leg. I would kick its leg.
Okay,
Right.
we're figuring out our plan for.
I would grab it by the horn.
our new television channel, Moose Fights.
And it might throw me around a little bit, but I would be able to get a good trajectory and shin kick its leg.
I think we'd lose a lot of viewers once you kick a moose's leg in half.
I'd feel really bad. And I would say a prayer as I slit its throat after.
Well, you don't have a knife. It's
I wouldn't want it to die, so
Dan,
I'd call
find
out.
a video
Oh,
of
there they go. There they go.
Now they're
look how strong it is.
running at full speed.
Yeah, that's
Oh, there they go. There they go.
I think it once
he's got one of his antlers right up his ass.
Oh my God, he's
No.
eating it.
Oh my God! Shit!
What is that?
I don't want to see now.
dead.
No.
we can't
it's
show
slowly
that.
dying. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Take that
Oh my
off.
God!
Why
See, this is the point.
Severe injuries and boost. Oh God!
It's blinking still. It's
I
blinking.
just wanted to see a moose run at full speed, and now
These
I'm
guys
watching
are
it
going to
slowly
hopefully take
die.
care of. Hopefully, these guys shoot it to put
No,
out
the other moose ran away victorious. Oh shit!
That's going to be Seth.
Dude,
that looked like Butler gassed out while he was doing little gorillas.
Little gorilla.
Butler joined your little gorillas class. He got gassed out like a moose.
He's upside down going. Like the moose was.
that moose didn't live. I'm sorry, folks.
See, that's the point. After I cracked its leg.
Park's closed, folks. Dead moose should have told you.
God damn it.
I think when Seth's kicking the moose's legs and breaks both of them, and then we're like, oh, we didn't think this out. This is
animal abuse.
And the moose is doing that thing where it's like,
like, God damn, he did kill it. Didn't think that would happen.
You got a Bieber thing going on right now, Tom.
It's my.
You got to put some pomade in that
I
thing.
didn't put enough, and this morning it's wearing out. All right, let's.
That's awful to know that there's actually animals that they do fight each other. It's nature, but then to know that most of them slowly die and like that. That's sad. That's so sad.
What happens? We're slowly dying right now.
Those fish out there that you're watching, I'll put them on fish
they're
cams.
slowly suffocated.
Oh, those fish are as good as dead. So if you guys are looking at them now, get a good glimpse of Piss Face.
Yeah, they're fine.
Did you want to do the dump them out? Because we didn't get to anything on our list this week.
Yeah, I know.
You want to save it?
Yeah.
You want to save it?
Let's save it.
We'll save it.
Okay.
Because next week, Seth, can you give us a call from Vegas?
Am I on the payroll still? Then yes.
You know what's funny though is I always see it. It's late. I'm like getting into bed. It's late. I'm like I'm high as fuck now, and I look at my phone. and It's like Tom Van paid Seth Petrozelli $100 PayPal, and I'm like, because it comes in late. Like you're like, oh, I forgot to do it, or like, oh, he's pressuring me so much. This motherfucker.
Oh no, he did it the day, like the second I got up from the couch. I got a note from like, oh, you paid me.
I remember that, but usually I forget, and then Seth's like, you forgot to pay me. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, how do you remember that? $100 should be nothing.
Whenever I see that, I'm like,
that's my fun money. I go
now. Whenever I really
stupid shit.
Whenever I really see that come through, because I don't see what it says, I usually go, he gave his card to Samantha to get him lunch. He forgot his card with Samantha. Doesn't have it. Just use the business card to buy $100 worth of like I don't know. You're big on lottery tickets lately.
Yeah, don't tell it. Don't tell it.
Sorry.
I mind my own business.
Sorry.
Did you say mind my own business, dog?
Yeah, I'll tell myself.
He told himself to mind his own business. He's like, oh, don't Daniel's saying so. Mind your own business, dog. And then inside his head, he goes, that's right, dog. You're like
he's losing it.
You're talking to yourself, but you only talk to yourself. It's like thuggy, like carny word. How did I?
You sounded just like it. You did the mummy, bro. You need to have that ready to go all the time.
So inside your brain, you're like, oh, I'm going to mind my own business, dog. All right, dog. All right. Anything to tell our listeners about?
No, we should have the Father's Day packages out next week, so look on the website for that. Other than that, we're going to be watching Felicia fight on next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
So, good luck to Felicia. Hopefully, maybe we can talk to her during the week.
Yeah, what I'll do is
leaves.
Well, no, when I go out there on Thursday, I'll call in Friday, and then I'm sure she'll be around. Well, Friday would be weigh-in. So
when do you guys
after
leave?
she wins-
Thursday?
Yeah.
You think we could talk to her like Monday or Tuesday on the phone? Just
I'm sure. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
To like hype it up.
But I mean, I'll call in anyway Friday, and she should be by me, so I'm sure she'll be able to get on. And
Okay.
talk
Yeah.
and shit
Okay,
last
cool.
time, so,
We appreciate
It'll probably
that.
be right after weigh-ins.
This is biggest fight of her life, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Felicia doesn't look. She never gets rattled though.
She's not. Right. Literally, it's like
She's fucking stone cold.
It's like she's going to school or something.
How is that? Does she doesn't deal with
She's a robot
anxiety or
like
anything.
you.
Lots of heroin, I think.
Wow.
No, I don't know.
Do they test you for THC in the UFC?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
You can't be on THC.
No, you can't have anything. In
Stupid.
Yeah, it's
Why?
Hey, man, I don't really want to fight today.
So we had to be when we smoked. We had to go away from Felicia like a few weeks ago. We went away, so she didn't breathe it in.
Yeah.
What, you're smoking while you're holding Casper? Like, write that down. Write it down.
That's why he got hit in the face.
Hey, man, before I hold these pads, me and my girl would go to get blazed. Come on, dude.
I haven't had my mouth.
Bats here.
This is old school like boxing
Now
style.
looking
I have a cigarette. Like, it's a good shot.
Yeah. My God.
But I will be I will be live streaming a lot of it on my Instagram. So
Nice.
follow me at Silverback Seth if you guys want to watch all the behind the scenes stuff that we do.
There
And I don't know if you guys saw what else I'm doing. We can talk about it later. My diet. Do you guys see that I posted that?
Yeah, Petro?
Petro diet.
Yeah, I pay attention.
So what
to you,
is
man.
that?
It's
You eat your pets.
Oh my
A lot
God.
of protein in
the
dogs.
ferret that ate my iguanas. I ate them. So in turn, I ate all my pets.
Yeah, what is Petro diet?
It's kind of something I developed that I've been doing. Well, I've been on my diet for 4 years. I started.
Well, you look better than you've ever looked. I will say
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So, well, thank you. And
No,
exactly.
you really do. Like,
Yeah.
when he takes the photos, look, I don't care who you are, if you like, like Seth, he's a personality, he's funny, and cuts up, but if you see the picture of him in his gym at the end of the workouts, he'll take a photo, and you look at him, and he looks amazing.
And yes, I work out a lot, but I also, I know people that work out hard or not harder than me and still look like, flubbery.
Because it's the kitchen, right? Everybody knows the kitchen.
All about the diet, yes. Yeah. So basically, this is the diet that I kind of slowly tweaked my way into doing for the past 4 years. When I originally started in 2012, I think I switched my diet up to paleo, and this is what I kind of evolved into. So basically, the diet works in a few phases and a few different transitions that you go into to eventually get where you're at my diet. But I'll have that all. It's like 12 pages long right now.
12 pages?
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, I do a little intro on myself, and then I do a describing it. I do what you can eat, what you can't eat.
Are you going to do like a system for people?
Yeah,
that,
that's what I'm going to sell it. I'm going to try to.
Oh, that's amazing. Very cool. Very cool.
My diet is one sentence: Adderall and smoothies. That's all it takes.
I'm smoothies.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, TomandDan.com. Do this for me, guys. TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. But go to twitch.tv/TomandDanLive. Subscribe. And also, the biggest thing I'm pushing right now, because this show will be up probably tomorrow morning. I try to get these out really quickly for you guys. If you're not catching it live, maybe you're just getting into the audio version of what we do. There's a video version that's on YouTube. Find us, Tom and Dan Live. Subscribe, please. It really, really, really helps us out. And there are hundreds of videos on there, and we give you both. We give you the video component if you want to watch it on your TV, or we give you just an audio-only component that you can just press play on YouTube, and you just listen as you drive down the road.
Yep.
So, guys, we will see you next week.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's, mediocre.
And now it's time for the Tom and Dan end of the show footnotes. Today you heard music from
Western Addiction. West Coast, namely San Fran, hardcore, topped off with scratchy and aggressive vocals. That's exactly what you get with Western Addiction. From their third full-length album, you heard the song, We Lived in Ultraviolet. After that, we switched gears to new music from Liza Ann. Now, I actually got a chance to see her perform, or namely open, for Casey Musgraves in St. Augustine. Here's her newest single, entitled Bad Vacation, and let's hope that there's new music coming from her right around the bend. She's a super talented lady. Next up was new music from Vistas, bright indie pop, and from their brand new album entitled Everything Changes in the End, you heard their song, The Love You Give. And as a reminder, throw some love this weekend, guys. This Edinburgh-based trio, they got it right. We close out the show with music from the Chicago-based trio Retirement Party. They've got a brand new album entitled Runaway Dog, and you heard their song, Compensation. And on that note, we're out of here. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we will talk to you on Monday.